Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Apparently, the West do not want to leave Africa, and I don't know why. Well, if we are saying that, if you are saying Africa is poor, Africa is, Africa is no good, Africa can't do anything, why don't you leave Africa alone? Leave Africa alone. It's not by force. We don't need you. We don't need you to stay. You don't have to stay. We don't want you in Africa. You've done enough damage. You have done enough damage. You don't want to leave. Why don't you want to leave? You call us names. You loot our stuff. You put in injections and things and viruses that doesn't belong to us. You tell us that it's ours, that it came from us. You label us different names. You call us names. You take our resources. You take our land. You take everything from us. And we're saying no more. Particularly the Western government. We are talking about the Western government when we talk about the West. When we say the West, we are talking about the Western government. We are tired of it. We have had enough of this nonsense. And we have the right to say enough, no more. We have the right to say no more. So please do share. We're going to, Jay history, I'm going to accept straight away. So I'll bring you on board, Jay. So whilst we do that, let us play in with the song. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We're going to play off with the song, as you all know what we do. So let us start with that now. And it goes off like this. Have I got everything on? 1 second. Make sure I've got it all up and set and ready to go. And here we go. How long una go suffer? Please download the song on iTunes and Spotify. And it's a song I wrote, and it is being produced by my great friend Smart Monkey. It's a song saying how long una go dey suffer. Please share. Join Citizen AY live on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let's go. Here we go. Citizen AY. My people, I throw it salute. Hey. Make it hear. Determination. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Na military man can't tell you na say una get constitution. No be lie. Na lie, yo. Na fake. Na fraud, oh. That constitution. Na him then they claim close to na eye, yo. Make una wake up. Make una wake up. Oh. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? must get up, stand up. You must tell your people, for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you dey. Oh, Atiku, Emilokan, or Peter Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now it be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Time down knock, bagang bagang. You be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination now your right you. How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. La 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 la. Oh. Platform where we speak to the power. Please do share the live as you're joining us. Linda, it's a pleasure to have you here. I'll see if I can add you. Jay, are you there? Is Jay there? Oh, Jay, I was going to bring you, Jay, but you've gone. But I'll bring you back, Jay. If you're back again, I'll see if I can bring Jay. I wanted to just say a few words first before I brought him on. But, okay, Linda, since you are here, welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you. What would you like to say? And, greetings. Linda, are you there? No, she's not. Okay, I thought you were in there for a minute. Jay, I think you left. I'll bring you back in. Okay, let me invite Jay, and I'll invite Son of Bantu. I'll invite Bantu Queen. I'll invite as many of you as I can. Nature at its best. Today's discussion is going to be very, very involved. Please do share. Tap the screen, tap and share. And those of you who are on YouTube, welcome on board. We'll give you greetings, and we ask you to please share the broadcast as you're watching us live. It is really important that we get the emotion out there. It is official. The West don't want to leave Africa. Don't take my word for it. You will shortly hear this general. A general will be telling you exactly. They don't want to leave Africa alone. I wonder why. Now, what could it be that they are looking for in Africa? Why don't they want to leave Africa alone? Why? Welcome on board, Linda. Welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you here again. Thank you. Greetings, grand rising as well. It's a pleasure. So thanks for the compliment. Yes, it's my African attire, my Yoruba attire. Thank you very much. It is more and more. You see, gradually we are going to be putting. This is what we were doing. This is going to be gradual. We are going to bring in the things in that our ancestors do: the clothes, the food, the culture, the spirituality. It will become encompassing. It is going to be encompassing. This is going to be gradual, and it is natural. I am as comfortable as can be in this attire. It is me. It is my essence. It is my very being. When I put it on, there is some kind of magic that happens in me. I can't explain it, but I just know this is right. It feels right. It is who I'm supposed to be. That is why you see me wear that. And when you can see me glowing in it, because I can feel it. My connection is getting stronger. And that's what I want us all to experience. And all of us, we are not going to do it at the same time. It's going to be gradual. So please tap, and share. Welcome on board. Welcome. Let us quickly go to... Yeah, go ahead. You want to say something?
Hey, wifey, why are you dressed like me, wifey? Wifey, why are you dressed like me?
What do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
You dressed like me, man.
Oh, you're jealous now, are you?
Yes, I'm very jealous. She's cross-dressing.
Nah, nah, nah. This is African. There's nothing cross dressing.
I
I
know.
know.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just
I
playing.
know. I know you're playing with me. I know. I know you're playing with me.
I want to say something that I heard,
Yes, go ahead.
and this was in another live.
Yes.
And I think this is my profile picture.
Yeah.
And this guy who, recently joined the military on behalf of the French
Yes.
went on to say,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the, the picture, my profile picture,
Mm-hmm.
this person
Mm-hmm.
is being targeted and they are offering money to
Mm-hmm.
others that are in the military
Yes.
to go after him.
Mm-hmm. Not a surprise. Not a
And
surprise.
I know, and I said, oh my God, are you participating in this? I know you joined the military, but please don't do that.
No. 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 We're gonna fight it tooth and nail. They've been trying. They've tried 9 times already. They've tried 9 times
So
already.
the point is, this man needs to be protected at
Yeah.
all costs.
Yeah.
All of them, as a matter of fact.
Exactly.
I also saw live where the Ghana president
Mm-hmm.
has been, well, snitching
Mm-hmm.
on Nigeria and Burkina Faso, and I was just jaw dropped. What? Why would he do that?
You know what?
He
They would.
should be joining.
You see, those guys, they are clearly they've been conditioned mentally. They are under mental indoctrination, colonial indoctrination. So they are only going to do what their master tells them because they cannot see past that glass, the wall that's been placed in front of them. They can only see what is in front, the crumbs on under the table. They cannot see the whole gift that our ancestors gave us. So I'm not surprised, but we are going to continue.
That's why I feel that Tiani
Yes.
must be fully respected because, highly respected.
Yes.
Really, really highly respected.
Yes.
Because he was born in a generation of puppets.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you
And
see
he's
what I mean?
exactly. And he's
He's leading these young guys.
indeed.
Now,
Indeed.
do you know what I mean?
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
it's a good thing.
It is.
And with the West, with the West narrative of always using keywords to always downplay Africans,
Mm.
like military coup.
That's correct.
Um,
That's it.
yeah,
We-
these kind of phrases.
We're not going to accept it. You know what we call it, my brother, Vibe Master? We call it intellectual realignment. We are simply not accepting their narrative. We call it intellectual realignment, and every African has the right to do so on their own continent. Nobody should interfere. Period. Thank you. Go ahead.
No, they shouldn't, but they can't. They can't do without Europe. I took a trip to.
You mean Africa? You mean Europe cannot do without Africa?
They can't. Yeah, they can't do without. They can't do without Africa.
Mm.
I took a trip to. I was on a working trip to Rotterdam, the
Mhm.
biggest harbor in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and the big oil drums that they use to hold oil, the big cylinders.
Yes.
Yep. There was 2 million
Ah.
of those cylinders with chimneys coming from all of them.
You see?
Yeah.
You see?
And I nearly cried when I saw all these cylinders.
Mm.
Honestly, I cried. They were running for miles and miles and miles.
You see that?
And I took a stop and I said to myself, hold on a minute. Holland doesn't have all these minerals.
Mm-hmm.
So where did they get? I know where they got them from, but I'm thinking, look at this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Look at this. So,
Exactly.
So there's a lot of work for the continent to do.
A lot.
But
A lot.
I personally think my personal thoughts on it, for a long term solution is for this one is for ECOWAS and the African Union to leave the Sahel states alone. If you're not going to join them, then
Step out of the way. Step out of the way.
Yes, don't
Step out of the way.
Yep, don't antagonize them.
I also
Yeah.
saw something about them having their very own news station.
Yes.
A black news station.
Exactly.
I was so excited.
Fantastic.
Yes.
This is it.
Finally.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they've also
Everything
stopped
that
the
he's doing
Yes.
the
is for
education.
the people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
the
is.
French education,
What-
they've kept that out as well. So,
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
I think most significant thing
It
because
is.
now, they're not going to get taught about De Gaulle.
Exactly.
And all these
All
kind
this
of,
nonsense.
French history.
Brain-
They're going to get taught, the oral African stuff. That is the most important thing.
Very, very important. Very, very important. Yes. Thank you.
I'll land there. I'll give someone else a chance.
Thank you.
It's a lies.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Linda. You were gonna say it, then I'll bring in Jay. Go ahead. Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning. Then I'll bring in Moskin. Greetings. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to because she mentioned Ibrahim Traore of multiple attempts being attempted to coup in house by
Exactly.
Europeans trying to unalive the guy.
Exactly.
I feel like when it comes to our leaders, we did have a lot of revolutionary leaders, but we didn't protect them. That is the issue when it comes to Africa.
Exactly.
And there's a common saying that there is no savior in the world, but Africans we have had multiple saviors, but we don't really protect them. Like
We did-
Thomas Sankara,
We didn't know.
Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
So we have had a lot of saviors
Yeah.
as a people. So
Yeah.
we're not there to protect them.
Yes.
I feel like with this guy, we should try our best to try to protect him. Not physically, but you can do something. Who know if it's like to look
Spiritual.
for a charity in Burkina Faso.
Exactly.
Just donate to
Exactly.
just anywhere. If I won't go to, just look for a poor person in Burkina Faso.
Exactly.
Just try to help them out. Anything
Exactly.
you can do so that
Exactly.
you can show your support. Because that is just the right thing. Because right now, Burkina Faso, their border has been blocked by ECOWAS, so there's no food coming through to the country. It's very hard for them to get food and certain resources.
But they're growing their own. They're beginning to grow resources. They're growing their own.
But that is a long period of time. To be honest,
Yes.
they're still going through a lot of struggle. It's going to be a
Yeah.
long time for them to grow their own.
But we support them,
crops,
and like you said, we should be sending funds. Yes.
Yeah, so if there's any way you can support it, so we won't look for any poor charity there. Just send them little food like Baba
Exactly.
Anyway, 'cause
Good.
there's connections.
I like the
So
idea.
it can help.
I like the idea.
Right now, Burkina Faso, they're going through a hard time. One of the leaders are trying, but ECOWAS is making it hard for Burkina Faso since they blocked the border. There's no food coming in and out of the country, so they're going through a little bit of.
But
hard time.
Burkina Faso.
You can try to support them.
Yeah, but the thing is that the ECOWAS is being controlled by the French and the Europeans. That's the thing, and that's it,
Those guys are puppets.
and that's the
Because
thing.
the thing is that ECOWAS, they pick and choose when to actually fight. Because they are saying the reason they are blocking the borders because of the coup. But look at Cameroon.
Exactly.
Cameroon has had the same president for like 45
Exactly,
years.
and they said
Why are they not trying to invade Cameroon or block the border for Cameroon? You see all these guys, and the funny thing is Nigeria borders Cameroon. So like you can't say because Cameroon is in Central Africa that's the excuse. No. Cameroon is in our border, so why are we not blocking our border for this guy?
No.
In Cameroon for like
because it.
so you see like ECOWAS, they pick and choose. They pick and choose. They're hypocrites. They're purpose. Even the name ECOWAS, it was created as a way to fight against the African Union that was created by Kwame Nkrumah. Because Kwame Nkrumah, after the independence, he created a union called the African Unity Union.
Exactly.
And the
Organization of African Unity. They called it Organization of African Unity. It was called OAU.
African Unity, Kwame Nkrumah created it.
I read it in school.
Yeah, there were big countries in the union that time. There was Egypt, there was Algeria. Algeria was part of the union.
Exactly.
Since ECOWAS was created, when the Europeans saw that Pan-Africanism was getting big in the continent, they created regional blocks like
Exactly.
the East African Union. So they separated Africa. So we see just like 10 years after Kwame Nkrumah got scooped out, the African unity started dying and ECOWAS came up. Then Nigeria left ECOWAS. Nigeria left the African Unity Organization and went to ECOWAS. And since then, Nigeria has been a puppet. So I feel like ECOWAS as a whole is a group created to fight against Pan-Africanism and it has to be destroyed.
Exactly.
That is the first sector for us to fix West Africa.
It is.
We have to destroy ECOWAS. But ECOWAS is not doing anything. There's a corrupt government. One Tinubu that won. Did you know that Tinubu was a drug dealer in the USA? He was arrested for.
Yeah, no. We know all this. We know all this. We know.
Yeah, he was selling powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And he paid a bill of around like 496,000. And you know the USA, you only pay 10% of your bill. So it was around like $4.9 million. This guy was supposed to pay for his bill. So you see how heinous his crime was, how big his crime was. It wasn't just a simple selling on the road dealer. It was a big.
It was.
Powder barrel. So it shows how big Tinubu. And how is it possible for you to have a criminal record and start running for president in our country? I wonder when Peter Obi tries suing him. In the case of you have been arrested in the US and you have a criminal record, you can't run for presidency.
No,
It
no.
was the US and the UK that stamped Tinubu
Exactly.
valid for him to run for presidency.
Exactly.
Because when you have a criminal record in the USA, it shows everywhere you go, and it's going to make it hard. Even black Americans
Exactly.
in the USA, even when they get caught for stealing just basic candy,
Yes.
your life is fucked
Oh,
up. You can't do anything. You can't even get a simple job. So how is Tinubu a drug baron in the USA that was arrested and paid a bill of almost like $4.9 million?
You know,
is allowed to run as presidency for our country. So it shows that ECOWAS as a whole, there are a bunch of hypocrites. They don't
they
really
are.
care about the
They are.
African
They are.
Africans in the country.
Exactly.
Jay, have you checked out the Tin Man's GDP?
Yeah, I've checked it. He has a lot of money.
Because I don't call him by his name anymore.
Yeah.
I call him the Tin Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we should call him.
Exactly.
We should call him the Tin Man from now on.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got 4 billion
It's
GDP.
it's crazy.
He's the second wealthiest. He's the second wealthiest president or leader in Africa.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Behind the King of Morocco.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's true. And I'm
Crazy.
sure that half of that is money is not one from the Nigerian presidency, it's from his drug business he had back then in the US. Because that guy was a drug baron, like he was a big baron,
Yeah.
he was trading drugs.
Yeah.
And you know the USA, once you have a criminal record in the USA, you
Yeah.
can't even get job.
No.
Like, you can't even sell bread.
No.
You have a criminal record. So how is
Yeah.
this guy allowed? It was the US and the British that allowed the guy to keep on running for presidency. Because
Wait.
let's face facts. The US doesn't care about any black man with a criminal record. So why did they stamp? Because when Peter Obi tried suing Tinubu on the case of like, okay, you have been arrested in the US for a very heinous crime, you can't run for presidency. It was the USA and the British, the UK that agreed for that stamped Tinubu valid for him to keep on running. So it shows you that all these elections are a bunch of corrupt elections. They are funded by certain European countries to put them in.
Exactly. It just proved the fact that Africa is being controlled by puppets, and the fact that the Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali under the guys under Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, and Niger and General Chani are free in Africa, and they are afraid of that. So we will continue. Go ahead. I'll give you a few more minutes, and I'll go to the Mosque King. Yeah, go ahead.
You see the media here in the UK. If you live in Western countries, you
Yes.
see their media. They're making it more clearly that they want to invade Africa.
Exactly.
Just last year, the organizer of Blackwater, the same people that invaded Iraq,
Exactly.
in terms of weapons of destruction,
Yes.
the same organization came out to say we want to invade Africa to show
Exactly.
Africans how to use their resources.
Exactly.
They're
Not
not hiding it anymore.
no. Exactly.
They want to invade Africa. They're not
But
hiding it anymore.
this is why we need to really rise up and continue to raise awareness. I'm going to play a video shortly of what they said, and it's hang on, let me just get this out. You said something. I wanted to touch on something. There was 6 countries for information purposes. I want to know the names of these people. There were 6 great African leaders that the West took out, and the names are: they took out Patrice Lumumba. Hold on.
Thomas
They-
Sankara.
hold on. Oh, no. In the 50s. This is in the 50s. Thomas Sankara was in the second batch. In the 50s and 60s, they took out Patrice Lumumba. They took out Amilcar Cabral of the Western African Liberation Movement. It was against Portugal and of the African Party independence in Guinea and Cape Verde. They took out. He was unalive in 1973. They took out Cameroon's leader at the time, Felix Moume, in 1960. They took out Sylvanus Olympio, leader of the Togo. He was unalived in 1963. They took out Mehdi Ben Baka of Moroccan opposition in 1965. Till today, his body has never been found. They took out Eduardo Mondlane, leader of the Mozambique Frelimo fighting for independence in 1969. So what they did, these were all African leaders that were working to make sure Africa was free. And of course, they ousted Kwame Nkrumah. So this is not new. What they're doing now is not new. They've done it before. Then when Thomas Sankara came, then guess what? They took him out as well. They took out Sekou Touré. They took out Gaddafi. So what I'm saying is they know every time Africa begins to try to rise, they are trying to take them out. So we need to make sure that this time, that all our eyes, that we are protecting Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, General Chani. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you have seen all those mines. You know all those videos of like the Congolese children
Yes.
working in mines.
Yes.
I feel like Europeans, like, because let's be honest with ourselves, Europeans, they are rich. Like they don't like, if the Europeans, they don't want bad media. So like it's not hard for them to just employ a couple, just to buy a couple machines to like to like give so that the children won't have to work anymore. I feel like they're purposely pushing those videos because they want to dehumanize
Of
African
course.
children. They want to
We're
dehumanize us so that when they want to invade us, when they want to invade us, it will look so normal to the world and the media. That's what they are doing.
and
Because
that
it's
is
not hard for Europeans to just buy a few machines to work on those mines. They purposely want our kids to be there so that the world can see us as non-human. So that when they want to invade Africa, it will just look so normal that we're coming here to civilize this uncivilized, dirty Africans. So that's what they're trying to push in the media.
and we're not going to allow that. We're not. And this is why we are doing this program. And I will play a video that confirms it a lot. Let me go to Morse King. Then I will come to African Tea as well. Vibe Master, I'll come back to you as well. Morse King, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Hello, guys. How you
Hello.
doing this morning?
Good. Thank you. What would you like to say to what's going on now? I'm shortly going to play a video. Yeah. What would you like to contribute to the discussion this afternoon? Go ahead.
For me, I think that this is our second change in the making. As Africans, after World War II, these liberations started.
Yes.
I think everybody understands. These are the times now we have to come together and liberate ourselves for a second time. Every century, we get a chance. So this might be our last chance.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it now, we won't get another chance until another 100 years from now.
Exactly.
Every liberation always starts in when there's geopolitical issues around the world, and that's when Africa rises. And I think it's the best time because these colonial powers don't have money to be going around because now they have to fight their own wars because they're fighting among themselves. So when they fight among themselves, we have to unite ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's the best time.
It is.
And I think
really
it's
is.
the opportunity we need to use now to do these things.
Yes.
And we, the diaspora, have a big role into this. We have to engage in these things, use our resources, even if it's a $5, $10.
Indeed.
Be contributing to these things. And Burkina Faso is a very, very, very good country to put an example because when Thomas Sankara was there in 4 years, he was able to transform everything.
Exactly.
Burkinabes are known as one of the most for farmers because of Thomas Sankara.
Exactly.
And it built, and believe it or not, Burkinabes are the ones that built the Ivory Coast.
There you go.
Because
there you go.
And President, what's his name? I forgot his name, but he was in power of the Ivory Coast for 27 years.
Yeah.
He was a pro-Western president.
Yeah.
And he used to take out, and he was the reason why, obviously, Thomas Sankara died. So we have to get rid of these guys. We have the guys who've been fighting against African liberation.
Exactly.
Brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
Like those guys, we need to get rid of them. Like
exactly.
And some of these guys in the West African bloc.
Exactly.
And I thought, to be frank with you, I thought Senegal was going to be one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Join the liberation, and then now they've. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. We will not. We're going to be on their case anyway, and we're going to continue to expose them. And they're showing who they are. Go ahead.
And the thing is, the issue is, like I said before, we need to protect all these people at all times.
Yes.
And if we don't do that, not physically or spiritually, but financially.
Exactly.
That's the biggest issue.
It is.
The biggest thing.
It is.
Look at Niger. Niger has taken control of this country.
Yeah.
And one thing I have to say is this. One thing about the French, French colonial countries, they're united when it comes to the liberation things.
Exactly.
And I think we, as other countries of the English colonial powers or the U.S., we don't unite in these paradigms of things. And then we need to get rid of this notion that we need to have democracy as a way of life for all of us. And it's not.
It's not.
We are so far behind society that we have to do the same thing they went through.
Exactly.
They were always a democracy.
No.
They were all, even though they said they were a monarch, but the monarch is a dictatorship.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how you put it. It's
exactly.
the same thing.
It is.
So now they're over here calling people a dictator. But 100 years, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, they had a dictator.
Exactly.
And they didn't have a problem with it.
Exactly.
So I think the narrative needs to change, and we have to control the narrative now. And like I said, right now, the geopolitical issue that's going on in the world, we as Africans have to take advantage of it because we're not going to have another opportunity.
Exactly.
And that's what our ancestors did, and those guys that tried to liberate us before, that's the time they decided to fight.
Yes.
And I think we need to do that, and that's the best time now.
Wow. Well said, Moss King. Well said. Thank you so much for your contributions there. Let me, just before, you touched on something that I really wanted to talk about. The awakening came for us, like you said, after the Second World War. In the Second World War, Africans were encouraged to go and support them, to fight for both sides. You know that Africans were made to fight for the Germans. They also fought for the Allied forces. When they came back home, and they were how they were treated in both camps, then people started saying, "No, we need to be free," and that was the birth of the renaissance of us trying to free ourselves. And all of these leaders, they came and realized that, and they started having meetings. We need to free ourselves, and the West neutralized all our attempts to free ourselves from bondage. So you are absolutely right. Very, very incisive assessment there, Moss King. And we need to, and again, we're at that stage now. Now, we're hearing reports that the West is asking, that they're asking for Africans to come and join in the effort against Russia. You know, to go and fight some sort of, they're asking for people to be recruited in the army to go and fight these things. Well, all I will say to an African is, please don't get involved in that. Don't. Don't.
Just a little side note. I just wanted to
Yes.
just say something.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
The reason why this is happening is, and I think we as Africans always do that our traditional holds, due to the fact that they don't have military recruits. That's the problem, because they passed these pride stuff, these pride laws or whatsoever. Now nobody wants to join because now everybody wants to be this, everybody wants to be called this. Now nobody wants to be a man. So this is the problem they have, and they're going to have a soldier, and that's one of the biggest issues they're having right now is to recruit people to join the army and to join the Navy and whatsoever, because they pass all these nonsense. Now they don't have men. Now they don't have men. Now they have to accept some of these fools and these institutions that they have that they built. Now they're just spending money on these militaries, and there's nobody there, and it's crazy. They can't even. Their capacity is so low. The reserve are now. What they're trying to do with the U.S. is they're trying to pass a law, the draft, so people don't have a choice but to join.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think we're all awake now. We're not going to be lambs to the slaughter anymore. We're not doing that anymore. No, we're not doing that anymore.
To ask a question of Morgan, because I do live in the U.S.
Okay.
And I have sons, and I'm old enough to know and remember when the draft was just part of life, and then they got so many soldiers, and that they stopped. So right now there's some things going on globally, and they may need more. But what I don't understand, because when we talk about solutions, what I don't understand is about, first of all, using that word democracy for whatever that is going on in Africa that is really not democracy.
It isn't.
But you throw it around a lot like it's a real thing, but it's not. And the other one is, because I asked the question on this platform before about what was in place before you start using the fake democracy.
Yeah.
So if people have no leader at all, then that's going to be chaos. I promise that's going to be chaos.
Yes.
However, I think the people of the country need to decide for themselves. And at this time, we know that other countries are involved, and it's not just the U.S. For instance, most of the countries of Africa have been colonized by other people, not the U.S.
Yeah. UK, France, Portuguese, Spanish,
by almost everybody.
Belgians.
However, the USA does have influence and work with these people.
Yes.
We understand that. But this fake leadership that they call democracy, that's not a democracy, number one. And number two, this thing about the military. Whenever the military, because we keep bringing USA into these conversations about Africa, the freedom of Africa, the way Africa needs to get back to advance. Because looking at the USA is not, and I don't think that's the way. But if other people feel focused on that, then they'll keep having those discussions about that and not really get to a solution. You take what you can use. Any government around the world that is working, You take a good look at it. What's working with it, what's not working. You take the parts that you can use and you discard the rest. Because the goal is to get something that works for Africa, by Africans. Right now, there are too many hands.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not just USA. So
Oh,
guys
no.
don't need to keep looking at USA. There are too many other countries involved.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on at what I call the Power 3? They are talking to other countries, but they're also sorting out who's
Long
going
term.
to be beneficial to them and who's not.
Long-term benefits, yes. Yes.
So if they are helpful to you in any kind of way,
Yeah.
you weigh the pros and the cons, and then you make a decision.
Yeah.
But the whole life is
Can I comment
about
on this,
how
this,
to get
answer?
Africa straightened out. And right now, I think the leaders of Africa are too heavily influenced, especially Nigeria, by the British.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great.
I just have a little side comment real quick.
Yeah.
Ms. J, what you say about the U.S., focus on the U.S. in this situation. The issue is the U.S. The U.S. is involved in all these things, directly, indirectly. They are the cupid of all these issues. Sometimes, most of these issues. You know why? After World War II, the U.S. could have put France, Germany, British, and all those colonial powers that when they had the Berlin Conference, all those things in their place. But they didn't do that. They enabled them. And they decided to do all those things because those countries listened to the U.S. After World War II, the U.S. was a world superpower.
Yeah.
Anything the U.S. says, and even today, they still do. Even though if people want to diminish the U.S. as always declining, they still listen to the U.S. The U.S. could have let those countries, they could have had those countries leave Africa alone, leave it as it is and do their thing, but they didn't do it. They decided to enable it. And the thing what's so crazy about it is the history of the United States is based on, that's why they broke away from the British colonial power.
Yes. Yes.
So it's the hypocrisy of it all. Like, you've been through the history of the reason why you
Breaking
broke away
free.
from the British. Because no equal representation, and you didn't want taxation without representation. You wanted to represent yourself, you want to have your own government.
Wow.
You didn't want the government to be controlling you. Now you have an extraterrestrial power, another continent, then you enable another person to do the same thing. So the U.S. has a great role to play in this after World War II. And
So do you think that the U.S. should go in and tell other people what to do?
They've been doing that. They still do that. They control France's economy. They control 95% of the European Union. They control. Let's just put it simply: the U.S. controls about 100% of the world. I'm just
Except for Russia, of course.
100%?
Yeah,
No.
they're all satellite states to America.
Yeah. What?
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
If the U.S. wanted to blow up the entire European Union, they could do that with a push of a button.
Yeah.
That's how strong. That's how powerful the U.S. is. The U.S. is not because they want to sound like they equal. Whatever, the U.S. rules the world, but they just do it in a subtle way. The U.S. has a lot of power, and they enable these European countries to do these things. And knowing that their history, they didn't want it to happen. So why we talk about these issues? We put them in front because they enabled them to do these things, and they stand by. Oh yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll back you up.
Well, personally, I think the U.S. needs to. I live in the U.S., but I don't run nothing. That's number one. Number two, personally, I think the U.S. ought to mind their business. We
Exactly.
have a lot of problems.
Exactly.
Over here,
Exactly.
we have a lot of problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Fixing
Exactly.
right here
Exactly.
in the U.S.
Exactly.
But I
So,
do know that the U.S. has a very powerful military.
Exactly. That's
We
what
need
the
to
power
mind our
comes in.
own business. However,
Exactly.
I understand they have treaties and agreements with other countries, and they are obligated. They are obligated
Miss J.
contractually.
Let's one second, guys. I don't want to make it a U.S. show. I get what I will say is this. I don't want to make it a U.S. show, but what I will say is this: the U.S. have, I mean, even in Niger had to send 1,000 U.S. troops in the same base with the U.S. before the U.S. left Niger, because the U.S. was saying no, we don't want to leave. We
A
have
thousand Russian troops. A
Yeah.
thousand Russian troops.
yes, 1,000 Russian troops. Yes, they have to send 1,000 Russian troops into the same base with the U.S. to say, okay, if you're not leaving, the Russian troops are going to be right next to you. You'll be seeing the only thing that was in the between them was a metal fence, a metal fence between the two, and that was when the U.S. left Niger. So there is no doubt U.S. has a lot of blame to do, but we don't want to focus on what I don't want to. This is not about U.S. This is about the whole system. You have to leave Africa. So let us make sure we refocus. I just wanted to refocus us back to the main issue.
I want to say too about what I told you I heard
Yeah.
about
1 second.
some troops were recruited here in America because
Yeah.
this person I know is African
Yes.
and has a lot of affiliation with the French.
Yes.
Joined the military under the French
Mhm.
here in America
Mhm.
and is now moving around the globe
Mhm.
and expressed to me about how much they want to get to the power three. That they're being offered money
Yes,
to get
yes.
to the power three.
Yes, you did.
Now, this person lives here in America. However, he's part of the French. And I know when the Power 3 got started, the Power 3 first went after the French. Personally, I think they did an outstanding job by any means necessary.
Exactly.
When you tell all foreigners, I want you out
How-
of here.
That's it. You're a sovereign. You're the sovereign.
Yes. Do it however you need to do it. If you need to bring Russia in, if Russia is willing to help you, bring
Exactly.
Russia.
Exactly.
If you need to bring China, bring China.
Exactly.
Whoever you need to bring by any means
Necessary.
necessary.
Excellent.
Get them all out. How are you going to be trying to set up your own rule of government
Exactly.
with all these outsiders around you, influencing you, trying to attack you and stuff? Get them all out.
You know,
Every one of them.
you know one thing. You know one thing. Thank you. Well said, Linda. You know one thing. I'll go to African teacher as well next. You know what? One thing that was really galling on the U.S. base. All of the countries, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, they could not go into the U.S. base on their own soil. They were told, no, for strategic reasons. No, you can't go in there. Oh, no, you're not allowed. And that was the last straw. So I want to just put that there. African Teach, welcome on board. Thank you for your patience. Let's hear from you. African Teacher too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Just to go back to what Miss Lady J was
Yes.
was saying.
Yeah.
When we talk about the United States and its cooperation with Europe and its influence in Africa, we must not forget NATO.
Of course.
You understand? Because
Yes.
even Gaddafi was ousted by NATO.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes, he
So
was.
this is something we must remember. So the cooperation of the US and Europe actually cements their relationship. And it's a win-win for all of them in NATO.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
And another thing that we must understand that before Africa was liberated, the structure to recolonize Africa mentally had been settled.
Yes.
Organizations like the United Nations are there to support the intentions of the United States and Europe against Africa. That is why you will find out that when things happen in Africa, what do? You understand? They bring all these standards that they know that Africa cannot reach.
Exactly.
You understand? To block its growth. And every time they borrow money to Africa,
Yes.
they will tell Africa what to do with the money instead of what Africa wants to do, what the leaders want to do with the money.
Exactly.
And now going back to the African leaders, someone was actually talking about Tinubu.
Yes.
There was a time in which I raised this concern to guys. If you look at most African presidents, I come from Sierra Leone.
Yes.
If you look at most African presidents, what will you notice, especially for us in West Africa? Most of them are people who have lived in the United States, who probably have worked in the United Nations. You understand? They had ties with the United Nations.
Yes.
So what actually happens is, do you think they will betray the United States? No.
No.
My country, I'll give you guys a simple example. Let's look at Charles Taylor.
Yes.
What was Charles Taylor's story? They said he ran away from an American jail. Was it possible? Did it make sense?
No.
Charles Taylor ran away from an American jail,
No.
came to Liberia, and became the president of Liberia. Is that logical?
No.
There's no logic in it.
No.
You understand?
It was-
It's
is something that's impossible in the eyes of the United States.
Exactly.
Meaning Charles Taylor was a plant.
Exactly.
You understand? They had to come up with a story to say, oh, this man ran away. But
Exactly.
the thing is, they had a way to catch him.
Exactly. You're absolutely
You
right.
understand?
Yes.
And if you come to my country, Sierra Leone, now we have Madam Biu. I'll
Yes.
tell you how the transition happened in 1996 from a military government to civilian rule. The now president, Madam Biu, he betrayed his colleagues. You understand? And we had three guys who came from the United States: Dr. John Carey Fasman, Dr. James Jonah, who worked in the United States,
Wow.
and Ahmed Tijan Kaba, who worked in the United Nations. So you see how the thing was set up?
Yes.
So when these men came into our country, you understand, they Madam easily transferred power to them.
Yeah. It's true.
You understand? And our country was then open to conflict.
Yeah. Very important point.
You understand? So
Yeah.
most of these guys, and that is why when Africa has elections, you see international bodies voting there and so on.
There.
My thing is this: countries that want to move forward must forget ECOWAS and African Union.
Exactly.
Like Burkina Faso and the others did.
Exactly.
They looked at themselves and say, look, we're not going to be part of anything.
No.
We're going to start our own game.
Yes.
And then let's work on it.
Exactly.
Because the problem is, we have always been on this discussion of, we all need to grow together.
No.
It's impossible. That even in life, there are people who do not want to grow. So those people are people you have to leave behind.
Exactly.
You understand? If at some point they decide to join the train, no problem. But if they do not decide to join the train, no problem.
Exactly. Then we carry on.
You understand? In this case of redemption, if you look after Burkina Faso, Mali, and had done what they did, everyone was looking at Nigeria and South Africa.
Exactly.
Nothing happened.
Exactly.
You understand? So we cannot keep waiting for these guys to react.
African teacher, I want to first of all, I'm a mod in this space, and let's be careful and use TikTok language.
Yeah.
Someone asked in the chat.
Yes.
Why do we have to use it? Because it's a TikTok rule, and they'll shut the live down immediately.
They will do.
That's why we have to use TikTok-friendly language.
Yeah.
The other one is that this is the public service announcement.
Yeah.
We need to get the likes up, and I want to say like 10,000, and I think we can do it in maybe 10 minutes or so. There's 35 people in here. If you power tap the screen, then we can get those likes up real quick.
Indeed.
And the other thing is, follow the host and subscribe.
Yeah. Please.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Please, we love it.
And the other one is gifts. Everybody appreciates gifts. We love gifts. We are going to follow each other, all the like-minded people. That way, when these lives are going on, we can all come in and invite each other. But I can only do it if you're my friend.
Yeah.
So I need to follow you, and you need to follow me back.
Yeah.
So the whole purpose of this live has been about letting people know what their constitutional rights are in their language, in their country. So we talk about America, and the most of the constitutions are in English.
Yeah.
This wonderful.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, network. What's happened? Are you there? Linda, you've gone off. Can anybody hear her?
No.
Okay. Linda.
Okay, so I'll continue.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually mindful. If you listen to what I was saying, I was switching words.
Yeah, Linda, let him finish. I'll let him finish. Then we can go back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if we look at the structure, you understand? It was the same. It was the same thing with Thomas Sankara.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
His best friend was actually paid by France.
Yes. Exactly. Compaore. Yes.
The problem is Africa must start looking outside and start looking inside.
Indeed.
You understand?
Yes.
Because if the more we focus on the Europeans and start forgetting how to discipline ourselves, the more difficult it is for us to attain our goals.
Exactly. That's the focus. We need to focus on ourselves and what we're doing and how we can actually, put our own house in order to be able to then deal with the external threats. So that's the real goal.
Like one thing I would say, we were here talking about democracy. Democracy has not worked for us.
No.
If anyone can prove it, he can come on this platform and explain to me.
Exactly.
Even Europeans do not believe in democracy.
Exactly.
If you look at most of the countries who colonized Africa, most of them are monarchs.
Exactly.
If you look at all the countries, most of them are monarchs.
Yeah.
You understand? So why are they not democratic?
The Leopold of Belgium,
Belgium,
the Germans, Portugal,
Holland,
UK,
England,
yes,
Spain.
yes, they are all monarchs. You're right. You're
All
right.
these countries are monarchs.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
That's a very good point.
Why are
Very,
we,
very good point.
Why are we so focused on something that hasn't worked? And
No.
if you look at it, what has been actually used to tie us is the word democracy.
Exactly. And we need to get away from that. It's not working for us, to be
We
honest.
need
It's
to
simply
move from it. We need to set up a system.
that worked for us.
We were kingdoms before.
Exactly.
We can set it up like kingdoms
Exactly.
in which the heads of other regions can be seen as prime ministers of
Exactly.
those regions, and that's it.
Exactly.
And another thing.
Can I ask a question? So,
Okay, go ahead.
what do we do in the meantime? Do we lock off?
No.
Or do we take outside assistance in being able to maintain until we can reach a level as by where there's a full independence. 1 second, because I'm thinking of time. How much time do we have? Because these people are very wicked.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
We don't have enough time. That's it. That's the first place. And I believe we must join other countries that are also fighting for their lives.
That's
like
it.
Russia, China, Iran. All these countries are fighting for their lives, and we can also form an alliance with them. Because militarily, these countries are more capable than most countries in Africa.
Yeah.
You understand? And they can help in that aspect. You understand? If you look at BRICS is actually an alliance of countries who are just fighting to save themselves.
Exactly. So, but okay, Moz, I'll come back to you briefly. Let me bring in.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, and thank you for your contributions. Before we go further ahead, I want us to listen to this what is being said here by one of the generals. His name is General. I'm going to mention his name, and we can hear what he has to say, and then we can then continue the discussion. Let's get that name out for you. His name is Lieutenant General Michel van der Laan, Director General, European Union Military Staff. Now, I have a question. What does the European Union, what business is it of theirs, what Africans do in ECOWAS or African Union? That's the question. But in the context of that, now let's listen to what is said. And this is very important for us all to actually understand. This is a plan that we need to confront collectively.
Certain countries are being pushed out of West and Central Africa as other world players gain influence there. That's the message from the EU's Military Staff Director General, who's raised concerns over Europe potentially losing access to the continent's resources.
Listen.
We are more or less pushed out many Western countries, including US, from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from other countries. And this will cause problems for the future if we don't act. So we are thinking about an integrated approach to step up our efforts in Africa. And especially this approach will be that we will support them in a way that they ask for.
You see that? So they are concerned. What he's saying is that they are concerned that they are losing control out of Africa. And he's now saying that they will support us in the way that we want. For me,
That's a lie.
it is.
Exactly. It's going to happen. They're going to do this through the oppositions.
Yeah.
They're going to make this happen through the oppositions in our countries.
Exactly.
And if the presidency
One at a time.
is moving Africa from Europe.
One at a time.
If the presidency is something that will take African from Europe,
Yes.
they will sponsor the opposition. That's how it has always happened.
Exactly.
Take this from me.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Okay, somebody else hasn't spoken now. Let's let them speak now. Then let's go to Origin of Humanity. Origin of Humanity, go ahead. Then I'll go to UC. Then I'll go to Splain. Then I'll go to Mary to Crook. Go ahead. Origin of Humanity, go ahead. Then I'll go to Vimas as well. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, my brother. I'm so grateful to be part of this discussion. I always say that teach one, educate one, and then the whole community is educated.
Mm-hmm.
When good people are silent, then evil thrives.
Yeah.
So I listened carefully to the general.
Mm-hmm.
Look at even his title. His title is the
European
general representing.
Thank you. European Union. I mean, it's crazy.
And remember that he's representing the Europeans, and for the fact that he was able to say that,
Yes.
we are planning,
Mm-hmm.
we are talking. That means these people, they are up to destabilizing us again. They've been doing this
For a long time.
They've been doing it all this year. It's not enough for them. They still want to continue. They know the benefits Africa has.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just leave us alone? You have destroyed us enough. Through colonialism, through slavery, through neo-colonialism, and you're still doing it. Why don't you leave us alone? You see, when all of us are well informed and we speak up, we march, we organize, we demonstrate, the whole world would see the seriousness or the necessity of the ordinary people, what the ordinary people are saying.
Exactly.
You understand? But when we decide not to act up, that is when the enemies take advantage of us. Listen to the slogan of the Americans, the European, the bully, the main bully. Is either you are with us, you are against us. That's their slogan. So we should understand that these people, they put up all these systems so they can continue to exploit us.
Exactly.
What kind of future do we want to have for our generation, our children? Do we want our generation and our children to benefit from the resources in Africa, building and expand, helping them to even get employment,
Exactly.
even jobs,
Exactly.
in the first place?
Indeed.
What kind of future do we want to have for our children?
Yeah.
Where the European comes to take everything out,
Yeah.
and continues to build a future for European children, while the African kids are left behind. Is that the kind of world we want to have?
No way.
That's what
Absolutely not.
So you see, when we start holding our own leaders accountable, then that is when the Europeans will take us seriously.
Indeed.
What did the Sahel states, what did they do? They took over, they reset that country. They cancelled all the contracts. They instituted new agreements. Russia has never colonized Africa.
Exactly.
China has never colonized Africa. Never engaged in slavery of Africans. No. In this life, you cannot live in isolation. We need some allies. There is no free bits anywhere.
No.
Yes, Russia also has their own, objective.
Yes.
But when you weigh the Europeans who have continued to exploit us for decades and centuries, who would guarantee our safety? China tried it. China is successful because when they tried it in 60 years ago by signing bilateral agreements, security agreement to protect them, Russia guaranteed their security.
Exactly.
Now China is a beacon of hope, a beacon of development for all of us to see.
Exactly.
Why don't you follow?
Yeah.
So, my brothers, I want to listen. If we the people, we cannot go marching, demonstrating, we can get all these reactions from the puppet leaders analyzing our people, then I welcome all the coup d'etats continent.
It's not even a coup d'etat. It's not coup d'etat. It's called we call it intellectual realignment. We're not using their terms. We are going to determine it. Intellectual realignment. We're not. We give intellectual realignment. We're not going to be playing that game anymore. We're not playing that game anymore. No. So no. No way. No.
We use our own language. We give it our own definition.
Exactly.
We call it a reset of our countries and continents.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
not a coup d'etat.
Exactly.
It's a reset of
Exactly.
the right things to be done.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
So my people, we need to educate, we need to organize, we need to come together.
Exactly.
So we can build a future for our people and for our generation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Origin of Humanity. Somebody hasn't spoken to, who hasn't spoken? Okay, let's go to, we'll go to Splen. Then we will go to UC. Then I will go to Vibe, Merit O'Clock. Then I'll go to Vibe Master. Then I'll go to People United. Go ahead, Splen. What would you like to say?
Good morning.
Greetings.
So this has to do with a fellow that was speaking earlier. I agreed with everything he said. When I try to discuss BRICS and what those leaders are doing for their countries and how important it is and how they've been freed from the federal dollar like Russia and stuff like that, they honestly don't know. So the fellow was asking, what does Africa need to do to make it stop? I don't know what you need to do there because I'm not there. But I'm going to give a quick example of how information and knowledge can change the West civilization. When I was a child, I don't know how I came across the information. I honestly don't know where it came from. But I remember as a child, I heard that there was little children in Africa that were digging diamonds out of the ground. I don't know where I heard it. I don't know if it was true. And but ever since I was a kid, I've just never wanted to wear jewelry because I just it's a thing. And then so that's knowledge, right? And it turns out there are people in many situations being forced or they need to go do certain jobs like lithium and all that other kind of stuff that's very dangerous. Well, I don't want those products that are derived from those actions. So if the knowledge was spread, if more of us knew the backdoor dealings of what it means with these dealings that the business deals that our countries have with Africa, you know, like if more responsible resource gathering, you know, like they shouldn't have it so, you know, they pay a certain amount and then it turns out the people that are doing the work are the people that can't defend themselves. You know, like that's not right. That's pillaging.
Exactly.
You know? You have to pay them enough that everybody prospers. It just, I think the knowledge for us here in the West, the citizens need to be aware because I got to tell you, I've had very heated discussions in person and on Facebook with family about they don't understand they still have a colonial mindset. Like and the last time that came out was with my brother, and it was like we had to have a phone call afterwards because I was so pissed off because he just doesn't understand. He's like, oh, well, they always want to blame the West. I'm like, Eric, we go in there, we strip them of their language and their culture, we stick our religion down their throat, our education system, and we take all their stuff. That's colonialism, dude.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't get it. But I think knowledge, like over here in the West, in order to help Africa, more of us need to be made aware. And like I just don't know how to do it other than get out there with a megaphone. Like it's people really don't know, and they don't understand BRICS. You know, like they're and nobody has access to real media now. Like they can't get news. Like I know how to do things. You know, so I see things, right? But a lot of people they don't know how to do things. So they're just blindly led by whatever the government's fed them. So that's all I got. Like. And it's just more of us need to be made aware, like the citizens, because citizens, nobody wants anybody hurt. No, I don't think. I really don't think.
No. Thank you very much for that, Splen. And it's important, knowledge. This is why programs like this is important. So, by the way, the general that spoke, that is his face. Let me just play that one more time, then I'll go to the next person. I want you to hear his words, and it's important you understand what he's saying there. And I know we need to connect the face to the voice. and understand the implications of what he's saying.
Western countries are being pushed out of West and Central Africa as other world players gain influence there. That's the message from the EU's military staff director general, who's raised concerns over Europe potentially losing access to the continent's resources.
We are more or less pushed out many Western countries, including US, from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from other countries. And this will cause problems for the future if we don't act. So we are thinking about an integrated approach to step up our efforts in Africa. And especially this approach will be that we will support them in a way that they ask for.
You know, I find it funny. They said the way that we asked for. We didn't ask for anything. We don't want anything from them. Thank you very much. Let us go.
I found funny,
yeah.
It was what she said.
Yeah.
Before he spoke.
Yes.
Because she could have put on top of that for paying for goods at market value.
Yeah.
If you listen to what she said, yeah, you know, she could have added something on top of that. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, yes.
But their narrative is chosen, you know, as by where, you know, it's to downplay us.
Indeed. Well said there, Vice Master. Okay, let us go to Spain has spoken. Let's go to hang on, who else is the next person who I wanted to bring? UC, go ahead. UC, go ahead, then I'll go to Merit o'clock. UC.
Yes, my brother. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable, for giving me such a great opportunity. And Honorable panelists, you have spoken, you have done well. And I would also follow up on what Splin said. Education. We don't...
Oh, go ahead. What happened? Your voice is gone. Oh no, please don't tell me your voice is gone. No.
Not overact from the actions.
Yes, great.
Hold on, yes. Someone was talking out there just now. Yeah.
Okay.
Information inform the minds inform the actions, and based on those actions, you can determine the outcome.
Yeah.
And it is important that we inform our people. However, there's a lot of things that is at play right now, especially in the horns of Africa. And one of the things that really beats me, and I'm not seeing it in school, is the Makita projection, to which they make the African continent
smaller
than it is.
Exactly.
And that works with the inferiority complex. Let me tell you this, if you don't know. The United States can fit in the Sahara Desert alone.
Exactly.
The United States
Well said.
can fit in the Sahara Desert, but not only the United States, and in Argentina.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, the whole of the Scandinavian countries.
You got 5 minutes. Carry on.
Sahara Desert.
You got 5 minutes. Carry on.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, my brother. And also, too, what we also need to know is that the political implication of our ignorance, which was enforced by religion. Because I always emphasize on religion because it alters your ability to think objectively and critically. Now, it creates what you call the dependency syndrome when you are the one who's supposed to find solution to your problem. Oftentimes we run to pray when we have problems. Street
and then they sell your country. Look like Niger. What happened to Niger? Look like Uganda, Congo. Look at Morocco, Cameroon. A lot of these countries. Look at who is ruling these countries. A lot of them are not from the continent, but they worm their way up into politics, supported by foreign power. This was done on purpose to create the condition we are having today. That's why we have to be very circumspect. We have to be very aware of what is happening. We have to educate in order to elevate. I cannot emphasize more. We need to teach each other. Each one teach each one, so that we can create the condition that we want to see for our future generation. It is time that we start having this discussion. Many of us are still in that inferiority complex disposition. We still have that religiously induced schizophrenic behavior. We need to educate. We need to go through these talk therapy sessions so that we can create the condition that our future generation will not make the same mistake. We must understand that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Exactly.
It is time that we ensure that our young people are equipped with the necessary instrument and tools, which is information that is critical to change. Information which is critical for this new transformation. Because what happened, they ensure that they bombard us with this psycho-algorithmic virus called religious idealism. And this virus subdued your minds. A lot of us don't know it affects the prefrontal cortex of the brain.
Exactly.
To which your emotion has been removed from the critical things that is critical for you to survive. As the songwriter said, in the abundance of water, fool go thirsty.
Yes.
Africa, the richest continent on planet Earth. But look at what we are doing. We are selling our resources for nothing and collecting their information and their Bible in the terms of religion. It is time, and I concur with the sister who spoke before me.
Yes.
And she emphasized that education is imperative to transformation. Let us educate in order to eradicate. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you. Well said. Let us go to Merit O'Clock. Then we'll go to People United and Tetley. Merit O'Clock, let's hear from you. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. I was just listening to minutes ago. Somebody was making a submission and was talking about way forward. Why we are still in the stranglehold. I don't understand how you can come out of your stranglehold if you are not making any moves. Yes, somebody made the submission earlier and said I was talking about
Go 5 minutes.
the former president of Liberia, Charles Taylor.
Yeah.
He forgot that Charles Taylor used to be the access. They brought him, they sponsored him to overthrow Samedo. Eventually, and America and the wide West does not have a permanent friend or permanent enemy.
That's what I was saying. That was what I was coming up with. I said, was it possible for him to leave a cell in the United States?
Yes.
Come to Africa and become president without being caught and taken back?
No. Charles Taylor's offense was immediately he went to Moscow. He went to Moscow to negotiate some business with them. Then he became
enemy.
He was no longer an access.
Yes.
That day, they remembered he committed all the crimes all over the world and started to declare him wanted. So you should know that was his crime, visiting Moscow, because that made him a saboteur. He's no longer an access. So he became
in the eyes of the West. In the eyes of the West. Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened to him. The same thing happened to Thomas Sankara. Immediately he visited Moscow, boom, he became an enemy. But the thing is, they always use our own. I don't know the kind of mind our people have to be influenced by. For how long should our people be living the kind of a life, using our own to sabotage our own and cause a perpetual damage, suffering for our own people? You know that ever since Sankara. What happened?
Yeah.
Burkina Faso became what? A hybrid of all manner of terrorism. Since then, America, Britain, France, Canada, and the rest of them, they have bases. If you calculate the bases, is about 52 different bases within that Sahel and
It's crazy.
perhaps elsewhere. Still,
They have about 200 bases all over all over Africa. 200 bases.
no, I'm saying within the Sahel.
Yes.
The Sahel,
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And still, we have Boko Haram, ISWAP. We
Yeah.
have Al Qaeda in the Maghreb. We have Fulani bandit. We have just name them.
Yes.
Stay within that parameter. You know. What have you been doing for years? You are there to fight terrorism. But every day, those people are expanding. They are becoming more popular. They're becoming, encroaching every angle. And you say you're fighting. Obviously, we know the truth.
Yes.
Because I can tell you, for instance, in Nigeria, there's a state in Nigeria, in northern part of Nigeria, called Borno.
Yes.
In Borno,
Yes.
it has been said, it is no longer news, that they have a large deposit of Californium.
You see?
And a gram of Californium is about $27 million. Do you know that in Borno State alone,
You see
there
this?
are about 34 different NGOs expanding from Britain.
Say that again, please. 34 different NGOs, right?
34 different NGOs based in Borno State.
In Borno State.
Nigerian soldiers does not have access into those areas.
You see?
They call it ungoverned area.
You see?
Ungoverned area.
You see?
All these people, you will see their helices going into villages and coming out, nothing happens to them. But once Nigerian army try to venture there, boom, they are unalive. So, does that not tell you anything? In another state called Zamfara State, they have a very large deposit of gold and other mineral there. Nigerian government military does not have access
Just to go-
into those
You see?
villages.
Hmm.
Do you know that they have built the airstrip there where planes take off and
You see?
lands, including freight planes that stay like every 30 minutes. What are they taking?
Gold.
And how did they do that? They sponsor all those uneducated elements, sponsor them to go and destroy people's houses, businesses, and chase them into IDP camps.
Yeah.
And then when people evacuate, then they will come from the backyard to excavate and extract all those resources and then pass through the airstrip. Nigerian government, Nigerian military does not have access to this airstrip, but France have access to it. Does that not tell you something? I'm just telling you, just within here, within Nigeria alone. When you see them begin to attack any leader, it's because it's not an access to them. They don't have control over them. If not, why do we have somebody like the one in Cameroon since 1980? There, and you call it democracy. So each time you hear democracy is a gang of corrupt criminals who enrich themselves in the expense of the poor.
Yes.
That's what they are. Because what you hear today, if you watch what happened in America recently, their DNC, this company, you know that is that democracy.
No.
You appoint somebody without a public vote.
Yeah.
And you call the person a candidate. That's not democracy. It's actually a club of a gang of a criminal. I call them scavengers.
Yes. That's it.
They are
That's
a
it.
bunch of scavengers.
No.
And
What?
it's only about them. It's only about economy.
So what?
Why are they? Somebody said that they left Niger, they left Burkina Faso, but they moved to the neighboring country. They
Exactly.
are now camped and based, building a very big, large military presence in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, exactly. In Ivory Coast. Exactly. That's what I've heard.
If you think that they left, you have to rethink again because just about 4 days ago, the Burkina president has been raising alarm that his country is in a serious danger because there are unknown activities around the border.
What country? What country? Sorry. What country? What country again?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Carry. Go ahead. Carry. So okay.
Yeah, So for you to understand that if you think they left, they have not left. They are just around the corner. They thought they could have used Nigeria and some other element within West Africa to destabilize that area, but it didn't work.
No.
Because they had Russian intelligence, protecting and guiding them, and that's why it couldn't work. But I can assure you, based on what I knew, that invading Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali might not be that easy for them now because they have acquired so much.
Yes, exactly.
Hypersonic.
Exactly.
So it may not be that easy. So before they invade, they have to think twice.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Another thing that I knew that they can do is using a biotech,
Yes.
to destabilize Africa, which is already on.
Exactly. The monkeypox. Monkeypox is an example of that. The monkeypox.
Yeah, it's already on. That's definitely because
and the GMOs.
They cannot go militarily, so they will use other alternatives. They have biological distance in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They have biological thing in Nigeria, in Borno State. Lab.
Yes, lab.
Biolab in Borno State. They have it in Zamfara.
And who runs those labs? Who are those ones running those labs?
Them. It's the United States of America. Nigeria does not have access to that. Can I show you more?
Can you say that again, please?
Sorry, I don't know.
Hold on. You said we want you to repeat about the biological labs that they have in Nigeria.
American run biolabs in Nigeria.
In Borno State.
In Nigeria in particular, and there's one around the Congo.
Yes.
Do you remember when Ebola came?
Yes.
Where they released it was Congo.
Exactly.
Even in 1979 when it came first, it was Congo.
Congo. Yes, exactly.
So for you to understand,
the lab.
A new thing, they have been doing this thing
for a long time.
They will release it to destabilize the people. When they think, because they think that there is like a Congo, the Congolese are beginning to shift, maybe having contact with Russia. So now they want to destabilize them in a different way again. So what are they planning to do? A lockdown.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It will not be too long. There will be a lockdown. So they will destabilize everything. All your plan will be jeopardized.
But
that's the next move.
Wow.
So one thing I just want to say is it's not a bad thing to realign.
Yes.
But when you realign, make sure you have a leverage so that you will not be living one imperialist.
Exactly.
Imperialism.
Exactly.
So
well said.
That's the point I'm trying. That's the little penny I just want to chip in. Perhaps I might come back again.
Yes, please. Merit o'clock. Well said. A lot of information. Let me go to. I think Chiza. Normally, I'll come back to you. Let me bring in People United. It's been waiting for some time, and then I'll bring in Tenitly. Then after that will be you. Okay, go ahead. People United. Go ahead. You wanted to say something? Welcome back again. Yes.
I've been on your live a few times.
Yes.
I'm from Scotland. So
Yes. I know this. Yes.
Very rich accent.
Yes. Thank you. I think that.
So, there's been a lot of information
since
I've been sitting patiently waiting, so I don't know where to start, where to begin. But one thing I will say is I wouldn't trust China.
No.
In regards to what they're trying to do with Africa.
Yeah.
Because again, that's just, China's deal with Africa in a sense says if Africa doesn't pay up, China will own your country. That's the deal in a nutshell.
Yeah. You're right. One of the things that I keep saying, and that's why I like what Ibrahim Traore is doing. Ibrahim Traore is not doing any deal whereby there's going to own any part. It's that they're trading and doing trade among themselves. Maybe barter, maybe other things.
So bring in fair trade policy rather than no questions asked policy, which is kind of going on at the moment. The UK has no questions asked policy. The USA, France, Germany, Canada, Italy. All the European nations. We're with Russia, China. Pretty much everyone that is interested in Africa have a kind of trade policy. However, their trade policy are more along the lines of no questions asked. Because they have people in the West, so to speak, or the global North, and it's power hungry for the global South's resources. Will put people in positions that they trust that are not for Africans.
Yeah.
So you have various. I mean, we've seen it in. I mean, to bring up one of the guys' points earlier about the situation in Kenya.
Yeah.
You know, when the British rule went in, the reason Kenya got their independence, I think it was around about 1967, if
Yes.
my memory corrects me.
Yes.
So the reason they got their independence was primarily because what the British White did, the YT people at the time, was try to get as many of the Kenyans whom they trusted and could be a puppet for them. So they allowed the Kenyans to be a puppet mainly over agriculture, and there was three parts of trade that they mainly dealt in at the time. So in effect, what the British rule did was give an indirect rule towards Kenya.
Yeah.
Basically said to Kenya, yes, you can have your independence. However, in order for you to achieve your independence, we still demand that the people at the top be in the pocket of the elite in our interests, not the Kenyans' interests.
Wow.
You see that sort of expanding.
Wow.
You've seen that sort of expanding during Gaddafi's era as well.
Yes.
Again, with Saddam Hussein, who wanted to nationalise their resources to redistribute back to the poor of the society, to actually keep up with the massive industrialisation that happened in the 19th century. I studied the Great Divergence. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
The Great Divergence.
Yeah.
So the Great Divergence is a period in time where you can actually do this yourself and think about it yourself. During the rise of industrialisation at the turn of the 19th century, most of Europeans, the UK and America and Japan and also some places in China all got industrialised. And that sort of gave rise to this sort of industrialised need for resources. So the only way capitalism could exist to this main date from that period in time is capitalism needs inequality. It needs cheap resources, it needs cheap labour in order to maximise profits. That's it in a nutshell. That's capitalism in a nutshell. So since that's happened with the Great Divergence, what's not happened when we look at the opposite end of this and we go, oh, why? What was the major causation to this? So the major causation is one great argument for this is the major causation during the Great Divergence is during industrialisations, the resources could only come from certain places in the world, and that most of that was found in sub-Saharan Africa, South Africa, and India as well. You know, so when we look at it from the opposite end and we say, how can we help Africa? How can we now help these nations? How can we help these countries to rebuild, to get them to a place where they are economically sustainable?
Yes.
Now, when I say economically sustainable, means that everyone that works in Africa should be entitled to basic principles of human rights here.
Yeah, exactly.
However, we do not see that. So when I'm studying this stuff at the moment, when I look at it, one of the things that I wrote in with the European Union was there is two ways to fix Africa's problems. The first is a taxation system. The second is a fair trade policy, which means, and I brought in Thomas Pogue. I don't know if you know who Thomas Pogue is. I brought in Thomas Pogue's argument that basically said that Africa now needs to start looking at how it does its trade with other countries, and the people need to demand answers, actually transparency, to go to their governments or institutions and say, what is your trade policy with, say, Spain? You should be allowed to see that. If you're not allowed to see that, then you know that the person who's meant to be representing the people is not for the people.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
One of Thomas Pogue's argument was the fair trade policy has to be examined, and also from us as well in the West, we have to go to our governments as well and put pressure on them and say we want to look at these trade deals as well, because we don't have access to them, and that's pretty damning.
It is.
In terms of the global north, who has knowledge and power, we're meant to be the all-seeing and all everything else, which is a load of nonsense.
Exactly.
So when we don't get to see these trade policies, then we have to ask the other question: who's really at power here?
Exactly.
If our government are not telling us the trade agreements, then we have to look at other entities like NGOs,
Exactly.
military industrializations, and the main drivers for corporate interest. And we see that worldwide when we really look at our governments worldwide, we do not see any representation of the people anymore. It's a representation of entitlement for the rich to keep getting rich, to the exploitation of resources. Russia and China is not fixing, China is not fixing problems. If China was fixing problems for Africa, this is one thing that you have to look at. Even though they're building infrastructure, right? Are they building schools? Are they building highways? Are they educating? Are they giving you healthcare? Are they bringing everyone out of poverty? Are they bringing in the Human Rights Act? Are they actually making the plantation owners actually abide by basic human rights? No, we don't see that. What we do see is China building railways, highways, just to get the resources from there to them out. China and Russia, be very careful when you lay in bed with these BRIC nations, because at the moment what we're starting to see is a breakdown in the West, so to speak, in terms of the petrodollar. You know, the mighty petrodollar that controls the world's sort of kind of finance and stuff like that. America are just constantly printing money at the moment. That's why we have inflation. So when they constantly print money, that's when you know they're in serious. The American dream, so to speak, the capitalist ideology
is gone.
Is in danger.
Yeah.
It's in real danger and it's very fragile. So for me going forward, I would say that Africa in itself, don't rely on one man and one man alone.
No.
Because we've all seen this before. Nelson Mandela, Gaddafi.
Yes.
There's a good few I can mention here.
Yes.
That we've seen them try to rise to bring awareness to the world. And
That's it.
We thought we were going to achieve it in 1990. You know, we thought we were going to achieve what
but
like Africa.
We were sold a dud. We were sold a dud by the system. He was already noble. By the time they took him out, by the time they freed him, he was noble. They forced him to sign a non-disclosure agreement among themselves. You know, so yeah, you're right.
I mean, think about it this way as well. Why does the West want Africa's resources? Okay, it needs Africa's resources for one thing, to maintain the economic powerhouse of the military-industrial complex, and also dictate foreign policy and trade agreements primarily. So if you're in a country that you know that people want your resources, then the resources that I would start demanding back would be things like steel, good cement, start to build good infrastructure like health, hospitals, education,
refineries.
You know, and from that in itself, it'll start to go. It'll start to go that way.
Thank you.
But time could be running out in a sense, because
Yes.
the West, there's a power play between America and China at the moment, as you all know.
Yes.
And also China and Russia are now a kind of power play against each other, even though they say they're reunification. The time for a lot of sort of solidarity and unification of the Africans needs to happen
Now.
But happening, now. There is no time.
Exactly.
There is no time.
Thank you, People United. Thank you so much for the in-depth analysis, and thank you for being frank and honest with us. We know for a fact that you know, everybody's out for their interest, and that is what Origin of Humanity said on the broadcast earlier on. But we are not going to let that stop us. We are going to go forward and do what works for Africa. That is what we are. That's why we're supporting Ibrahim Traore, Asim Gonta, General Chani, and others who are, you know, emerging. But we are grateful for. I'm grateful for your comments there. Thank you so much. Let me go to. Thank you, Telitli. Let's hear from you. Go ahead, Telitli. You've been waiting patiently. I'm really glad that you are here to chip in. Let's hear from you, Telitli. Oh, is that correct? Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And greetings to all.
Thank you.
Yes. I really admire what you're doing, and I appreciate the work that you're putting out, and this opportunity for us to combine and see what we can accomplish at this time. It's much needed. Let me first establish this foundation by saying that the universe
Yeah.
The universe itself is the greatest bank, the biggest bank there is.
Mm-hmm.
And every day the universe sees, the universe hears,
Mm-hmm.
the universe
Mm-hmm.
speaks, and
Mm-hmm.
it records.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no bank therein can ever be bigger than
Then
being recorded as the universe.
true.
And the
True.
reason for that is this. I say all of that to say this.
Mm-hmm.
The true greatest teacher we have there
Mm-hmm.
is first.
Mm. Mm.
Nature is the greatest teacher.
Yeah.
Secondly, history.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the point that where I'm coming from. History. And so for us as a speaker and a Pan-Africanist, so
Yes.
everything I'm African and I'm proud to be one, so I
I
stress
see.
Africa.
Yes.
If Africans cannot learn from the greatest teacher, one, as I said, first, it will be nature, and second, it will be history.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start learn from history in order for us to be free, in order for us to be the people that we should be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the time out to say this.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with us as African as black people is our mind. And it all starts from like the colonial but trickle down to what is hit us in a like a reach now,
Mm-hmm.
a Christian mindset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is the culprit of us. A
Yeah.
Christian mindset, by extension, a religious mindset.
Yeah.
And here, I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to Africa, we are the greatest people on this planet. There's no
Mm-hmm.
doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about that. And we right now are the most suppressed people. Why is that? We are the richest, but yet still the poorest. So we have to understand that there's a systematical problem, there's a fundamental problem here.
Mm.
It's not high enough.
Mm.
And so we are the only race of people don't speak on our color as it relates to stress.
No.
Alright, put it this way. For everyone, it's about color. But for us black people, it's not about color. Oh, we shouldn't see color and this. No, we should see color because that is what happens across the world.
Mm.
They put system in place because they want to make sure that their people stride ahead.
Mm.
Isn't that so?
Yep.
No
Yep.
one can dispute that.
No. No.
In America, that's the biggest thing. Everywhere, systematical problem is just to make sure that their people get ahead. That's it. So what we as African, it's for the time for us now to start to see us put us before.
Exactly.
And when we do that, then we can understand that we're taking stride ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And here, I want to stress something about Nelson Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of persons might say yes, Mandela, this and Mandela, but my personal charge against Mandela is this. What happened in South Africa now, an example,
Mm-hmm.
is a thing where Mandela could have stopped. He had the opportunity to stop it, and it's a Christian mentality.
Mm.
Good. No. If you're going to lock me up for 20 plus years, yeah, unjustly, when I come back out, I'm going to make sure, when I'm in power, I'm going to make sure that I do what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Mandela for not doing what he should have done.
Mm.
And right now,
Yeah.
What could Mandela have done differently?
alright, here's the thing now. No. All of what was going on then, he should have put a stop to it by ensuring that the land, which is more powerful, 80% of the land is owned by people that should not be own that land right now. That those land was stolen. He
Yeah.
should have made sure that the land is taken back and the people have back the land.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
More in line with Fidel Castro's approach.
Yeah.
You see, here's the thing. The land is everything, you know.
It is.
The land is everything. And on
Yeah, but
go ahead.
what I'm saying is, would Nelson Mandela benefited by doing Fidel Castro's approach?
People United. Let me just say something. Tesla, I'll just say this. It's not about. I'm not looking. We're talking about Africa here. We're talking about the land taken from people. It's not about anybody's approach. The land belongs to Africans. Cecil Rhodes came, wrote the Land Reform Act, took it from the people. Simple. The land has to come back to people. It's not about what's the approach. That is, so it's not even. I don't think that's a debate at all.
That's exactly what Fidel Castro done. What you said is exactly what he done.
And that's what needs to happen in the long run. That's what needs to happen.
So that's why I was doing a compare and contrast there.
Okay.
My thing is this. Had Mandela didn't have a Christian mentality about equality and about you see that's the mentality that caused him not to go ahead and do what
needed to do.
You understand?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about you see, a Christian mentality is too easy to say, oh, forgive these people. Forgive what? Forgive what? For all the atrocity? And that is the problem we have right now across Africa. The least little thing we talk about, forgive. We need to stop that. We need to get out of that Christian mentality, because guess what happened? To me, as I tell you, the Bible has good thing in it and it has bad thing in it. But
Exactly.
I can tell you, the Bible is the worst thing for Africa. 100%. Most of our system and problem that we're caught. You see, here's the thing about it. Freedom is not something that people give people freedom.
No, you have to take it.
These things are not something that you get. You have to fight for these things. I love my brother Ibn Traore. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Yes.
I want to support that. I love this. I've never ever find a person that I love like this. Man, it's like
I'll tell you something. I'll give you some more updates about it. He signed up to get a nuclear power plant built in Burkina Faso to power their industry. He signed a memorandum of understanding with Russia. We know Russia will get something back. They're going to get some gold. Yeah, but the ultimate.
We know that everything that you need, you have to fight for it.
That's it.
And the Christian mentality don't want to fight.
Exactly.
They just want to be a lamb. Sheep is one of the stupidest animals on the planet Earth.
Yes.
And that's what Africans want to associate themselves as a sheep. You understand? And that is the mentality why we're here. Because what happened? And another thing I want to find out is we know that the enemy is here. But first we have to finally start to look from within.
Thank you.
Because the worst thing is this. They always find one person from within.
Yes.
To do their bidding. And so we have to start to look from within ourselves. And the people, even look at the powerhouse of Nigeria.
Yes.
The president should be ensure that the people of Nigeria get what the citizens deserve.
Exactly. The resources, they benefit from the resources in our land.
Exactly. So we have, when we see these puppet leaders, we have to just call them out and get rid of them.
Exactly. No,
And that's
thank you.
where our true revolution and our true freedom is gonna come back. Ibrahim Traore, Mali, and Niger,
Yes.
they're doing a great job, but they need support.
Exactly, they do.
I was
Thank you.
thinking even Faye would join in and
No, he's.
I don't understand.
I know. But no, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate you. I'm going to come back to you. Let me go to who else has spoken there. Chiza, normally you will speak. Then I will go to Bantu Queen. I hope I've said it right. No, sorry. Sorry, the other way around. Sorry. Let her speak because she's been here first. Sorry. Bantu Queen, go ahead. Chip in first because you've been waiting first. Sorry, yes. Yeah, go ahead. Bantu Queen.
Greetings. Much love and respect to each and everyone in this live chat.
Yes, go ahead. Welcome.
We give thanks for another great sunrise.
Ashe.
I've got my brother would say about forgive. You see, because when King Leopold wrote that letter in 1983 to missionary Angola, until this day they still using
Yes.
that method on us as Africans, right? We would never look on those people and tell them to go back where they come from.
No.
I experienced wicked racism where I am. You understand? And maybe others right now on the night chat.
Yeah.
And the problem is we too forgiving. That is one of our big problem. And as my brother said, because of this Christian the same people. It is so, it's really crazy, and we really have to change our people now, especially the younger generation. The same person, the same set of people that put us in slavery, our ancestors, it's the same set of people come back, giving us a savior.
Yeah.
Understand? Giving us a savior. They use that same person to put us in slavery. Then they come back and use that person.
Yeah.
Our savior. The same person went unalive our ancestors.
Yes.
Now the same person come back and die for us. Does that make any sense?
No, it doesn't. And that's hard to argue against.
And then we know this forgiveness. We need to stop it.
You're right.
Hate anybody, but we're moving on.
We're moving on. Exactly.
Yes, we don't hate anybody, but we're moving on.
Exactly.
Because these people have no intention. Listen, we know.
Yeah.
We who are awake and the powers to be, and those people from the West.
Yeah.
We know. Maybe we never know then, but we know now.
Yeah.
That these people have no interest about the people on the continent.
No, it's about the resources only.
The only interest they have is what we have on the continent, our resource. The day we rise up and say and draw sanctions against some of this. That if Kenya draw sanctions right now against UK, they have no food to name.
Yeah.
Because there's no resource here in the UK. There's no resource here.
No. Same thing in France. Yeah.
Right. But because of our puppet leaders, that bloodsucker vampire, stupid man, go to the West and destroying the children of Africa. People can come into Kenya and
Yeah,
do
Ruto.
anything they want to do. Take out anything they want. Rape our children, bring them into hotel, make dog have sexual intercourse with them, and do all kind of things. And nobody talk about it. You understand?
Yes.
We can never come and go to Europe and do that.
No.
Never.
Yeah, that is so true. That's the reality. That's the reality. We are stating facts.
We are talking lies here. We are talking facts and reality. Understand? We cannot do that. But they can come on the continent and do anything they want with our girls, our boys, anything. And nobody hear anything about it. Right now they want to come in, they want to bring. Can you imagine these people wicked?
Yeah.
That they want to kill nature by giving us GMO seeds. And they're keeping all the good seeds. So and they know exactly the destructive. All GMO is very destructive to Mother Earth.
It's all over the world, though, isn't it?
Can you wait?
Yeah,
Can you wait on this?
yeah, 1 second. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Right? They will know. Right? And what I'm saying, if our people, they always use our people because of greed and money.
Yeah.
And that's why this Muzungu man said we have to keep Africa in poverty and then we blame them.
Yeah.
Because, that's the same thing what King Leopold said. Get them away from the culture and their religion.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's not right. Nobody.
We want them to be.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So we ain't fool anymore. We know what we are saying.
Yes.
And other people talk about Russia and China. I know a little bit of the history about Russia. Russia always helping Africa. I can speak what I read and I write that history. You understand? We know that the Chinese are coming and also exploit. But at the same time, what the shit America has done? What have they done? The most thing America has done and England is invent vaccine to kill our people.
On the live. Say on the live.
Unalive our people. That's what they have done. And we know that. From 1935, this is going on. Look what they did in Congo in 1935. Now, they all know that the virus was first found in Denmark in 1958.
That's
then
correct.
1968 and 1970
Yes.
in the USA. Same 1970, they found into a 9-month-old baby boy in Congo. During that time, I remember very well, they were giving out a lot of vaccines. Why is it when America, Europe, Canada, Australia, New Zealand come up with a vaccine that can help to cure cancer or help with diabetes or help with sepsis if I pronounce it right, or help with some other disease? Why is it any vaccine they come up with, they never put it on the continent? If that vaccine is to heal, they never put it on the continent. But when they invent a vaccine to destroy and depopulate our
This is deep. This is
they
deep,
put
man.
it on the continent.
This is deep.
But I want to tell them a message. We don't die. We multiply. We don't die.
Yes.
Just the body die. We come back.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
don't die.
Yeah.
And we're going to fight until the last blood in
That's
our
it.
body.
That's
We
it.
are not afraid of death anymore. We are not
That's it.
afraid.
That's
We are tired of the West. We are tired of this freaking fucking blood leeches vampire.
The governance, yes. You're right. Thank you.
Our leaders are look at me. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of their governance. They sell out the people because of dirty money. Paper dirty money when we have gold and diamonds and oil. They sell out the people because of paper money. Paper money. No money on the planet Earth cannot come up against
Exactly.
gold. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. So true.
All leaders. And the next thing, there is no place on planet Earth. Africa, no one Africa get independence. So do the Caribbean. We do not get any independence.
No. No.
It's a scam and it's a damn trick. We don't get independent. And I blame my leaders.
Yes.
I blame their governments.
Yes. Yes.
Because when we have our election, nobody from Africa, I have never seen that. Not one human being, not one African from the Caribbean or Africa can come to England and sit among those people during the time of their election.
No way. No
Neither
way.
Canada, neither Australia, neither
Exactly.
US. So what these people always, these vampire leeches, blood-sucking Western people, come. They always come and interfere. Come if you want to come and trade. Do it properly. If you want to come and trade with us, no problem. But do it in the right manner. But no, we are in the time of Aquarius, the time of knowing and the time of knowing the truth.
Ashe. Ashe. Thank you.
I'm gonna see Africa is rising.
Ashe. Ashe.
Africa, as I speak, and the Babylon system is falling.
Ashe. Ashe. Now, Bantu, thank you so much. You spoke really from the heart there. Wow, I think she's off, and I hope she come. Okay, no, she's still there. Good. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for what you said there. And there's no lie in anything you said. We just want to be left alone to grow and to thrive on the African continent. People United, my brother, you said something about a free trade. I agree, free trade. But the thing is, in the end, Africans must dictate those terms of the free trade. As it currently is now, those trade and everything else is being controlled by external forces. We can no longer allow that to happen. And that's why I support the likes of Ibrahim Traore. He dictates what is going on in his country, General Tierney and Assimi Goita. And we need more people like that. But yeah, so well said, Bantu Queen, well said. Let me go to Chiza Normally. You've been waiting for some time. And then I'll bring in Linda again later on in a bit. Chiza, are you there? Go ahead. Linda, welcome back. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Citizen.
Thank you for waiting as well. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone.
Thank you.
When you put up the video, I had a lot to say. Where a lot of people have said things. So
yeah, okay. Sorry.
I'll try and be as fast as I can.
Yeah. I'll give you 3 minutes. 5 minutes, in fact. I'll give you 5 minutes, so we can go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, this guy, the guy on the white guy on the
the Scottish guy.
on the screen.
People United, yes.
Scottish guy. No, not him.
Oh, you mean the? Oh, you mean the? Oh, yeah.
I'm going to address him too. But this
Okay.
guy,
Yeah. General Van der Laan.
the West have gotten really facts of their arrogance. Because of how they manipulated us Africans
Let me
over
see.
500 years.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
And then you will hear the other guy from the US Senate or whatever his name is saying that we should go there and take out those dogs.
Yes.
African dogs.
Yeah.
See,
On the African continent.
the dogs. You see,
Oh boy.
Something as human beings. I realized something about us, something about human beings. You know, when they grow drunk in power and nonsense, they start to think stupidly. And whether we like it or not, if the West doesn't stop all these things they've been doing, their judgment is going to be great. This is not even about even Africa rising.
No.
The repercussion of all the things they've been doing is going to be great on them. But they will not want to hear because they are busy enjoying and wallowing in their in all what they built. You understand? Now, we understand in Africa we begin to see our problems clearly now. Because when I was younger, you know, we also followed the propaganda too because then we didn't have access to information. You know, we were taught things, lies in secondary school and primary school in Nigeria. And we were brought up colonized, yes. You know, my name used to be Peter. I've changed it back to my Igbo name, Chizoba.
Yes,
I realized the scam that has been played on us. And so now, and I agree with what Tetley was saying earlier.
Yes.
I agree with him a lot. But now, yes, and I want us to address People's United. Now, I'm trying to be. I don't want to because I have a lot of, you know, as an African man, I'm not happy with the way the West have treated us.
Of course, rightly so. Rightly so.
I'm still very objective. I'm still very
Okay.
Okay. I'm still a very objective person because we have to be realistic in our thought process and know where we're going to. Of course, we know our major problem. It's our puppets, people that sell us out, our betrayers, our own brothers that sell us out. Those are our problems. You understand? We need to take them out. Now, but when you say that I'm addressing people, when you say China, we should be careful of China, and something you talked about policy. I don't think maybe it's because where are you from again? People United.
Scotland.
Okay, so you are a white person, completely white.
Yes, he is. He's from Scotland. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's whitey. As you say, sorry, we're using that word for TikTok. Whitey, yes.
Yeah, whitey. Now, the reason why I bring this up because it's obvious you will never really understand the gravity of situation of we Africans against your people. Now, when you say China is the problem, China, no, we should be careful about China. That is the same ideology they have fed to you. That means you're still under the propaganda colonization mindset. Maybe you're a good person, you don't like what's going on, but you've not really freed yourself completely. I'm telling you. No, let me just respond. Yeah. No, you will respond. And I'm not attacking you in any way. I'm trying to open your mind, you understand, to things that you said. Now, when you say China, we should be careful about China. It's exactly what the Western governments have been telling African countries about China. See, from my standpoint, China, we have nothing to fear about China. Nothing. At this stage, we are China and Russia. Yes, their business is all about business. They will get what they want to. They'll get their own share of the spoils. But there's a heavy political change coming to all over the world. And the truth is that Russia and China will want to always be in the right side of history. If you look at it really. Because the way you put it now, you put as if we should be afraid of China. China will come and take our countries. And like that, China cannot do that. China won't want to do that. Because they know that they are trying to win favors. Because they have a lot to gain. There are 54 countries. You cannot buy all of Africa from one country. It's not possible. So they also want to be in good favors with Africans too. Same thing as Russia.
You will respond, yeah.
From Putin himself. He said it. A mutually benefiting agreement. He has to act that way. I'm not saying Putin is the best man on earth.
No.
But Russia is playing smart. They know that Africa is the central resource of everything. And they want to be in good graces.
So that they can be able to continue to have access as well.
The only good thing that one of the things that I said that you said that I liked, I'll be honest with you, you said you guys also have to talk to your government, talk to your people. Now this is a responsibility to you. It's not just about talking. You need to tell your people to stop what they're doing. They've been raping us for centuries. you can make a change in where you're from, you guys should talk to your people to stop what they're doing. Let us have fair trade. That is the responsibility. Sorry, I'm almost done. Okay, that is the responsibility of the white people, of the white tea that have conscience, that say they're good people. So also talk to their people. We gotta stop this. Stop raping these people. You understand? You know, and that's why I wanted to let you know I'm not fighting you.
You have to say great.
Yeah.
You gotta say great.
Great. Yes, great. Yes.
Okay, yeah, raping. Okay, raping. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a new
language.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
that's a new one. Great.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have that.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me.
My words to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my advice to you, or what I'll tell you is that build find the collective of your people.
Yeah.
To go talk to your people, to your people in power, to stop these things that happen in Africa.
Thank you.
That's how I was trying to enlighten to let
Yes.
you know that you're not really seeing it from our perspective. Yes, you're seeing it from another perspective. You're not seeing it from the pain and the hardship that people in Africa are going through every day. So,
Okay.
your soul, how do I put it down? Your job now, or something that you should take priority since you're here to talk with us, is to go talk to your people. If you can, if you have the ways to do it.
Okay.
And
Thank
we
you.
know our problem, our puppets. You know.
Yes.
And
That's actually.
sorry?
No, I quite like what you just said there. Let me just give him a chance to come in and respond briefly, if you can.
Okay, let him come in.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, People United, go ahead. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Mr. Jogonet.
Comment. I will never understand what you go through in Africa. I will never understand that because I'm not in places where you're suffering.
Thanks for that honesty.
Please do not think for one second that I am not fighting on your behalf. Like I spoke earlier, I have done a report to the UN questioning the fair trade policies or the trade deals to Africa. Now, this is me in my position of, you might call it white privilege or entitlement. Actually, I call it getting educated. Knowledge is power. Once you have the knowledge, you can use the knowledge to shift power perspectives. And that's what needs to happen. Unfortunately, in Africa, not everybody has the right to education the same way that I do. And that's not because of me. That's just the situation that I happen to have been born into. There's nothing to do with my background. I understand the colonial aspects, but I will never understand your pain. I am from a poor and deprived area. I barely scrape by on a day-to-day basis. I'm lucky if I could even feed my kids half the time. So I understand that fight, but I will never understand your fight because I don't live and experience it. Okay, to address that comment. And the other comment you made that I have to be, I have to get people that are more like-minded. Okay, my name is People United. I started on TikTok a month ago.
Okay.
I'm driving out content to get like-minded people. I want to start a podcast to educate people on the whole situation of the world.
Okay.
Why Africa has got so much wealth, but yet it's so far behind, and so far behind in a way that is really, when we look at it from our perspective, it violates human rights, basic human rights. You just don't have that, and that's something that I'm fighting to change. No, not everyone thinks like me. I get that argument, but my job is to get everyone to and how the profits from that is redistributed back into your own country and not siphoned off the top by these corporate elites who are straining the world to the debt of £16.3 trillion at this current moment. That is ridiculous. Do you know how many seconds that is? Do you know how many seconds 1 trillion is? It's 2,500 years. They have 16 trillion debt. It exceeds humanity. It's bonkers the amount of wealth they have. It's insane.
Yeah.
And we all know it's insane.
Yeah.
But us on the West are starting to realise that the taxation system is not for the working class or the poor or anyone. It is for the elite and only the elite. And it will always be like that. And we need to challenge and change. This is why we're seeing all over the world right now authoritarian governments on the rise. Because one, they are so effective, and two, we have a climate situation, and three, we also have other problems in the world. Now, we have an authoritarian government on the rise right now in the UK, the US, all over Europe, all over Africa, all over Germany. It is everywhere. So when we are not allowed to protest in the streets anymore, it becomes a situation where our freedom of speech, our freedom of expression gets eliminated.
Exactly.
Now we have to go to back channels, and we're all on these back channels. I'm communicating to you, Chaz, I'm communicating to the host, I'm communicating to people on the ground, because I need to know what's happening on the ground. I need to know what's happening on the ground, because everywhere at the moment, all I am getting is propaganda. Propaganda everywhere I look.
Exactly. So true. So true.
Okay, let me just round up.
Okay, round up quickly if you can.
So far, we got a dialogue going between the two of you.
Yes. So
there are other people.
exactly.
On the panel.
We're gonna.
I know.
So
Round up.
yeah, please. Thank you, Linda. Then I'll go.
Anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just let you know that that's People's United. You have to do more. You have to do more, and you have to find more people like you. That's what I'll leave you with. Yes, you have to do more. It's not just only about writing letters. You guys have to protest as well. Protest your government. Stop ripping.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Our right to protest right now is getting taken away from us.
I know.
In the UK.
I know.
In the UK. So the only thing that I can do is go to my local MP with letters. You can't take to the street and riot, okay? You can take to the street and have a civil protest, okay? However, it always gets infiltrated and it gets spewed in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right?
But we're not gonna. We're not.
Sorry.
We can go back and forth on this.
Yeah, one last thing. This is just an advice to you guys. I understand what you're saying. You guys write letters. Yeah, if there are more people like you guys need to be effective in this. Let me tell you why. Because the judgment that's coming on your people is not going to be good. I'm telling you. Because there's something that's constant in life. It is called change. Look at what happened to Turing. No one saw that coming. But when it comes back, it's going to be bad for your people. So you guys have to start rallying yourself to save your future. I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you.
Make them and protest them to stop.
Thank you very much, Izanamari. Thank you for that.
I want to say, because these two won't stop.
I'm gonna. Yes. Yeah. We're gonna move with somebody else now. Yeah, he's done now. Thank you.
Done, but is the other one done as well?
Yeah.
Anyway, Bantu Queen, I gotta give you your props. I must be out of coins because I couldn't send you gifts. I was down here trying. And you two hosts, this is always a great platform. I enjoy it. I especially like the song.
Thank you.
I want to talk about what's happening in Africa, predominantly the solutions.
Yes.
Because all the blame, playing the blame game, it doesn't help anything.
No.
It's like a dog chasing his tail.
Exactly.
Okay, so you know who the problem is. Great. Now, what are we going to do?
That's exactly good question, and that's one of the things that's one of the things we want to try and we bring on.
So I want to talk about the Power 3.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
has already been laid out.
Exactly.
Everyone else just needs to get on board.
Exactly.
Now that we don't expect everybody to jump up and say yay and get on board. But if
No.
you keep watching them, what they're doing, how they're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and most importantly, how well they are protecting themselves against outsiders.
That's it.
I personally think that a strong military is going to be needed because if you want power, I promise you, the people holding the power,
Thank you.
the
Yeah.
money, and everything else, they are not, I repeat, not going to give it away.
No.
I promise
They're
you,
not.
they
They're
will
not.
not hand it over.
No.
You're
No.
going to have to take it.
Exactly.
We have to take it.
Exactly.
So having some protest, because you know that is part of democracy, being able to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
But having protests and letting the leaders know that you are not happy with what they're doing. It's not working for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not happy. Something needs to change, and then to give them an opportunity. Also, meeting with them, talking to them, giving them your ideas about what you want to see happen
Thank you.
in the
Yeah.
country, as
Yeah.
opposed to
Yeah.
them just doing whatever they want to.
Yeah.
For instance, I could not believe when I saw that Nigeria wanted to change the national anthem.
I know. Well, they changed it. They've already changed it. They've already changed it. I'm afraid.
But what does that do to help the people?
I know.
People ain't got no life. People ain't got no water.
Yeah.
People ain't got no food. People ain't got no job. And you worried about a song?
Yeah.
A national anthem.
Yeah.
You spend your days worrying about a national anthem and eating a lot because none of the leaders are skinny, are they?
No. No. No.
They are not hungry.
No. No.
But when people come out, in the numbers that came out, people are out there telling you, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And for the leaders to jump up and say, well, I'm going home and eat was
Yeah.
so disrespectful.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I don't know why Africans don't like to, and I call me an African, I'm a Yoruba. I don't
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. That's good.
Yeah, I got me a tribe. Anyway, I know that they knew that what they were saying and doing was disrespectful.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out what to do next. Because at this point, it looks like we're going to have to go look at the Power 3.
Exactly.
Maybe even place a phone call over there and say, hey,
Exactly.
this is the leader we got over here.
Yeah.
Stop people uniting.
Okay.
I know white
Yeah.
people like to, white tea like to, put in.
I want to know what Power
Okay,
3
but I
is.
need you to
Oh,
stop.
okay. Okay. Power. Hang on. Hang on. Linda, he was just asking about the power of 3, what it means. So tell him.
Wait a minute. If you let me talk,
Yeah.
figure it out. Just
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Mighty 3. They did not protest and ask, will you please stop this bad behavior?
No.
They had enough. Their military power went in and stopped it immediately.
Yeah.
We're talking about next week and next month and next year and wait to see if you're going to do better. They just stopped it. Now, I wonder how long is it going to take the rest of the nation, the continent, to get on board?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me.
Get on board.
Yeah.
It's already been laid out.
Exactly.
How to fix this. Okay,
Exactly.
let's just do it.
Thank you.
Okay, people, go ahead with your questions.
Okay, I just want to just say something quickly to him. When Linda talks about power of 3, she's talking about Niger under General Chani, Semigota, Mali under Semigota, and of course Burkina Faso under Ibrahim Traore. Those are the power of 3 she means. That they set us a blueprint, and the rest of Africa should follow. The youth, that's what she means. That's what it means. So I hope that makes sense. People United.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to keep up.
Yeah.
And when I don't know something, I put
Yeah.
my hand up.
Yeah.
I can't put my hand up in here.
Yeah.
So I just say, sorry, can I interject to ask a question?
Okay.
Please don't get angry at me because
No.
I'm white.
No. It's not. Nobody's angry at you. Nobody's angry at you. We're angry at the system. I need to be.
Nobody angry
No.
with you.
The system.
I just want
It
to
sounds
see
as though you're
my
angry with me.
motherland improve
Exactly. Well said. No, nobody's angry at you. And I say it. Again, like Chiza normally said, we are asking for Europeans to go and speak to the government and tell them you must stop. You have to stop this. This is not right. This is injustice. You cannot stand on that ground and tell us, oh, yeah, we're doing everything we can. And when we find out you are taking in our name, I know you are. I know you are, but I'm just saying, Splen in Canada, she's doing the same thing. And there's another guy in Portugal, they're trying as well. But we need more effort, like others are saying. And that is what, and this is what we're saying. We are not going to, and we're not, when we say this, we know what's happening. When a general Malcolm van der Leer, who's behind me, when this guy can say that they are going to do everything to talk to us, to keep us enslaved, that's what it means. We cannot accept that. It is impossible to accept that. And I'm glad that you support that, People United. And please, it's not about individuals. We are talking about a system. When a system is put together where that they're having weapons, they're having vaccines, they're having financial stuff to constrict and prevent Africa from developing, then Africa must stand up. And that's why we support the likes of Ibrahim Traore unapologetically. We support the likes of Assimi Goïta apologetically. We support unapologetically. We support the likes of General Chiani of Niger unapologetically. And we're saying that more Africans need to get on board and support them. I might be changing a few, changing the people coming on. Let me give African teacher one with a say, then I'll drop. Yeah.
I'm here, sir. I would just like to speak a bit on Africa's relationship with China and
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
one thing you will understand is this: if you look at both countries, they share border. So if at any point someone has to be fearful of China or Russia, it should either be China fearing Russia or Russia fearing China, and it's the same with India. You understand?
Yeah.
But now, as it is, if you go back to history, you find out that they never had interest in colonizing Africa because
Yeah.
one thing that was actually highlighted is logistics. The distance is very far, so it wouldn't be financially profitable for them to colonize any place in Africa.
No.
And in Africa's fight to liberate itself, these two countries, India, China, Russia, has always been with us. You understand? And as things are actually building up, probably in the future, they will try to rob us somehow. But as things are, they also need us.
Yeah.
You understand? Because as they're fighting for their existence, African countries are also doing the same thing.
Exactly.
So for them actually trying to manipulate the game is them actually how can I say, betraying themselves.
Exactly. So thank you so much.
So what's actually happening now is a win-win situation for everyone. So now that is why I'm also I'm insisting on Africa aligning itself with other third world countries like Pakistan, India. You understand? We can actually do business on the same level.
Let me say something. African teacher too. Please, we need to take this from our mind. Africa is not third world. We have been impoverished by the colonials. They are looting our stuff. Our stuff is being looted. So we cannot continue to accept that mindset. Because when we do that, then we...
It's not a mindset I have accepted, but I'm looking at who are the people we must align ourselves with.
Yeah.
You understand? And in reality, we have also let ourselves be robbed.
Of course.
I have told you how I have told you how Africa has actually indulged itself into European ideologies, and those ideologies have actually taken us down to the drain. If you look at, let us take a simple example, because we're too forgiving, as Bantu Queen said. If you look at Israel, if you touch them, they will touch you.
Exactly.
You understand? And that was where Israel was where Jesus was born. So
You know what? This is why I like what Ibrahim Traore is doing. He is sending a clear message that you stay out of this area, and we need to build on that. Let me go to brightness. Thank you so much, my brother. I'll come back to you. Let me give Brightness a chance to speak. Thank you. Brightness, go ahead. Thank you so much. I didn't mean to cut you. It's just for him to speak. He's been here for some time. Brightness, you've been quiet for a while. I'm sorry I didn't bring you on. I just realized. Please say a few words. Can you unmute yourself, Brightness? Can you hear me? Can you unmute and say a few words? I know you've been waiting, and I was trying to add you, but I didn't realize that you were already on. Okay. Hello, Brightness, can you hear me? If you don't speak, I'm going to have to drop you because I need to bring others on. Brightness, are you here?
To unmute Brightness. It didn't unmute, but I'll try again.
Yeah, please, yeah. So that we can, if he's not speaking, then we'll have to bring others on because I really want to make sure we give people who on people here who wants to speak up. I think there are people who have thrown invites at the bottom of the page. I'm going to accept Gloria straight away.
Brightness is apparently not present.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll go to, let me go to, yes. Okay, Joe. Please. Okay. Hi. Let me, thank you. Hi, Gloria. Let me quickly go to Japois. Japois, go ahead. Let's hear from you because Brightness is not speaking. Go ahead, Japois. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, you guys. You're doing a very good job. I've been watching your program for some time now.
Thank you.
It's very interesting.
Thank you.
But the truth of the matter is, we Africans, we need to look at ourselves.
Absolutely.
Before we started doing any external problem. Because, okay, those three countries you don't mention, because they've discovered the problem.
Exactly.
And they deal with the problem. So the rest of Africa have not looked at the problem. We are looking at outside. You cannot, when you have a problem, you need to sit down and look at the problem. Say, for instance, you are a CEO of a company, and your company is doing very badly and poorly. What do? You look at your operations and everything, and you deal with it. For us to deal with all outsiders, invaders, we need to deal with ourselves first.
I agree.
Because we have a lot of problem with our leaders.
Exactly.
Our leaders is the biggest problem we have in Africa. Number one, most of these people, they don't have a leadership quality. They don't know how to negotiate. Some of them, I'm surprised to say, the last president of Nigeria came to number 10 Dana Street. I'm here in the UK.
Yes.
And this guy went a meeting with the Prime Minister and his team. And none of them have notebook or nothing. They sat there looking at like fools. And most of the documents they said, they don't even look at time to read them. So this is our problem. We need leaders. We need quality. I'm not talking about quantity leaders, thieves. We need good leaders.
We need our own Ibrahim Traore. We need our own Asimi Gota. We need our own General Cherny. That's what we need.
My brother, if I come to do business with you and you are on the weak side, I will take advantage of you.
Exactly.
This is what we have.
Exactly.
Most of our leaders are criminals.
Yeah.
They have billions in all those countries here. How do you expect them to look at these people and say something to them? They cannot. So we need to change our leaders. Is our problem. When we do that, the West is not really our problem.
No.
Our problem is our leaders. We need
I think
people who will go and negotiate.
exactly.
That's my submission.
Jobways, thank you so much. Thank you for your going straight to the point. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
You're trying to solve your own problem.
Exactly.
No need for you to be looking around for somebody else to come and grab you
No.
by the hand and lead you.
No.
Fix it.
Exactly.
And with you having an example of how it's done right now, there is no need to be talking about, well, let me run over here, run over there, get this one, get that one.
No.
Joy, get on board.
So, thank you so much. Thank you, Jobways. Thank you. Let me see. Brightness, I'm going to give you one last chance. If I don't hear from you, then I'll have to drop you and bring somebody else on because I'm not hearing from you. Brightness, are you there one last time? I'm unmuting you, Brightness, but I don't see you. Okay, we're going to have to drop you so that and bring some others. You come back in. You can come back up again next time, no problem. Let us go to the next person. Who's waiting to be invited here? Let me see. Shola, let me bring Shola Oyetimi. I'll bring her on, bring him on, and if you want to chat. Who else was there? I saw one or two people who were waiting. Let's see, Yorubantu. Anybody else? Okay. Sorry, who's this?
MS Lady LG, could I ask you a question?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. People United. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Ask Linda. He wants to ask you a question. Linda.
If I was to start
yeah. Go ahead.
If I was to start my journey on educate myself on the power of three or power three, where would you recommend I start?
I think you should just leave it alone. Just listen, leave it alone and listen. They got this. They
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just follow the countries and listen to what they're doing. I think that's the best thing because what they're doing is very, 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 very unique, and it's something that we can all learn from. I think it's very much like she said, just watch what's been done by those three countries, any of them, and support it. Yeah.
Three countries again?
We're talking about Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Those are the three
You
countries.
wanting to send some donations?
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on it. Please don't.
Is that a yes or a no? I don't understand.
No.
You don't want to send donations?
No, because it cripples you. Aid is one of the reasons why Africa is still in the situation it's in. Aid is a bandage.
Wait a minute. We're not talking about from an organization. We're talking about from you personally.
Personally, I'm telling you, no.
Personally,
Okay.
you don't want to send no donations, but you want to know all about what they're doing, why they're doing.
You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
No, I don't understand you.
Right, I'll give you two examples of, right, you have Peter Singer, okay, and you have Thomas Polk. Peter Singer argues for aid is beneficial for Africa, okay?
Okay.
Whereas Thomas Polk says aid is one of the problems why Africa relies on aid is because of their trade policies. There is no fair trade policies. So why should I send aid when I can go to my government and demand to look at these trade policies? If we went in numbers to our government and says we want to
What
look
is
at
your
these trade
government's name again? What
Scotland.
country? What government?
Scotland.
I'm in the UK. The United Kingdom is my government. Now, if they don't give,
I don't think they're trying to get any aid from the UK.
you're not listening. You're not listening.
Hold on.
Sorry,
I'm
but you're
listening,
not
but I
listening.
don't understand.
I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay, if I just continually send you £5 a week, okay, I adopt a child at £5 a week in Africa. Am I solving that child's problem?
No, but you helping them eat today.
Thank you. So the only way that I can solve that child's problem is by going to my government and demanding why that child is in that situation in the first place. Why is that child in Africa?
Your government gonna listen to you. You are one person. Are they gonna listen to you?
Of course not, but in numbers. This is the thing.
All right, well, if you go get a petition and tell them you want them to do fair trade, because the Power 3, they already on it. They are on it. Even
This is the way we are going to.
Okay.
So what I'm speaking to is exactly what you're speaking to. So would you send aid to someone in the UK?
What I'm speaking to is right now, this whole conversation is disrupted with some shenanigans because the Power 3
You said you're talking on my position of aid.
doing what they need to do.
Okay. Hang on.
They're doing well.
Yeah. Let's go to the next person. But I get what you're saying. People United. I get what you're saying. Quickly.
I'm glad you do.
But what
Yeah.
yeah, let me 1 second. Everybody, just 1 second. I get what you're saying. You're thinking it makes sense that Africa actually has the funds and actually stop this feeding bottle approach for freeing ourselves, and that is right. But if people wish to give, of course you're welcome to do so as well. But of course the thing is the dependency must be removed, and like Linda said, we need to make sure that we support the power of three, which is those three countries. So both of you are right in a way, but on a long time Africa must be free. Ted Likely, you wanted to say something quickly before I bring him? Africa is watching. Go ahead.
Thanks. Yes, my sister, Miss Linda, I appreciate your response. The Power House Tree, they got this. They know exactly what they're doing. I like the way you say that without any apology. I love that. And you mentioned something earlier on about finding solution. I think where these three recognize the problem and they're
Fantastic.
I want to drop this in very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We have been told a lot of things, yeah, over the past.
Mm-hmm.
Even from my country, there was, while going to school, there was this nursery rhyme that we had to recite almost every day when you're in school. It's about a diggle diggle, cat and the figure, dish run away with spoon, and all this garbage. Little dog laugh to see such fun, and the dish run away with spoon. You see, these are something that if you follow these nursery rhymes, these something that you've been told a long time ago. If you don't go and recheck these things, you will realize that you find yourself in a trend where you just lead it to nowhere. And I'm gonna say this: they're saying that it's not healthy to eat, and I want to submit to anyone, and I challenge anyone to
disagree.
I mean, this I'm gonna say: it is healthy. On the contrary, it is healthy to eat. And I'm gonna say that and let it rest for a second, and I'm gonna establish something else. Now, when they're telling you that it's not healthy to eat, atheism is not good and all of that, let me tell you something. It's a myth. It's a lie. All right. Look at let me see. A parent like me and a father. God forbid, somebody raped my daughter. And I should
Grape. Say the word grape. Grape. Don't use that. Grape.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I should love such a person? No. Why I say all this? Our foreparents, our ancestors, was all the atrocity has been committed against them. And me as a Pan-Africanist, I'm gonna be like, going to say those people commit like analyze my ancestors, slave my ancestor, and I should go into bed with them. That is disrespect to my ancestors. And that is one of the reasons I look at it and say, if we don't get the fact straight, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, if it's natural for you to dislike somebody that does the harm, it's natural. If you go against your system, your body, your biological makeup to say you don't want to hate the person, because the person analyze your parents or analyze your brother, analyze, let's say you don't want to hate the person and you're gonna just go according to the Bible and say that we should forgive such a person. What you're actually doing to yourself, you're actually causing yourself sickness. Because you have to suppress that naturalness about you to hate somebody for the wrong that they have done. And when you go against that natural biological makeup of yourself, you're causing yourself harm in the process.
Okay.
It takes, if I look at it, parents in a courthouse, after this person has been sentenced for unaliving his child, he's gonna say, I don't hate you. That's a lie. Take away your children. You know what it takes for that parent to even come and say that and come on. It's natural for the parent dislike the person for what they have done. So it's a myth.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that chip in. Now let's go to Marula. Let's go to Africa is watching. Thank you for watching. What would you like to say? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Gloria. Sorry, I'm missing people. Then I'll go to Africa is watching. Gloria, you've been waiting. Let's hear from you. Sorry. I have to keep, go ahead, chip in, Gloria. Go ahead. Hello, Gloria. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome.
I'm just loving the energy,
Thank
good
you.
energy always bring good thoughts and
Thank you.
good whatever we can advise actually. Let me say that. So I'm loving it already.
Thank you.
We are trying with all our best. We really need to reach out to every African people at this point. That should be our target at this moment.
Indeed.
We should reach to whoever doesn't understand English. Let them come here. Let's reason together. Let's find a better way. Because people are really feeling it. People are not there. We are not liking it at all. We are not doing it.
Of course.
That the playing of Tom
No.
is in Africa.
No. No. No.
Look at Sudan. Sudan yesterday came on street. Nobody even expected them to march.
Well, Sudan was they were on the street yesterday. Wow.
They were on street yesterday.
Wow. Fantastic news. Thanks for bringing this to the platform.
They're going to the UN embassy saying, why you guys here? You guys are doing nothing. You guys are stealing. Why you guys here?
Wow.
Leave our country.
Wow.
We want our peace back.
Wow.
We want our borderless South Sudan back.
Wow.
So things are eating up.
Wow.
Then look at then I got to call Uganda, and also they're trying their best.
Yes.
Though there are so few people.
Wow.
Things are working up. Things it's a real warming. Nobody wants anything to do with these people now.
Yeah.
Because we are so tired. We're so tired. The issue of deal pepper. We're tired of it. Let UN go. Let their body go.
Yeah.
We just want peace. We want, even though we will not go further with our trading, whatever, we will still be okay.
Yes.
We dig it, we eat it, we stay happy. Just like that. There is a specific reason why God chose Africa to be black people. So we don't care. And in my community, we have also sent these people who are working under UN to give girls family planning. I've seen like in 5 districts they have already left. So that's a very good start there.
Good.
Because everybody, they have been this and that saying the side effects of those family planning was not doing them good.
Good.
So
Indeed.
when we started talking to these ladies, some understood. Now people are realizing now. They're coming together. So in my village, they have already left. And there are some few villages around, they have already left. And that's a good part of it.
Wow. Wow.
Let
Fantastic.
them go.
Yes.
Take the vaccine to their people.
Yeah.
We will live happily. We will find our own way
Yeah.
to survive in our own land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contributions there. Much said. Well said. Well said. Okay, Africa is watching. Go ahead now. Thank you so much for waiting as well, Gloria. Well said. I like what you said there. I'm really glad you shared that news with us. Okay, go ahead. Africa is watching. Let's hear from you. Yeah, Africa is watching. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Yes. Go ahead. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I just jump in. I don't know the topic.
Okay, I'll give you a brief rundown. There's a guy behind me, and his name is Lieutenant General Michel van der Land, and he's saying that they don't want to leave Africa, that they will do everything. They will just do everything to keep us, to make sure that they don't have to leave Africa. And we're saying it is time. I'll play it in fact.
Western countries are being pushed out of West and Central Africa as other world players gain influence there. That's the message from the EU's Military Staff Director General, who's raised concerns over Europe potentially losing access to the continent's resources.
We are more or less pushed out, many Western countries, including US, from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from other countries. And this will cause problems for the future if we don't act. So we are thinking about an integrated approach to step up our efforts in Africa. And especially this approach will be that we will support them in a way that they ask for.
So you heard that. So that's what it's really about, that they know that Africans are in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. They've been pushed out and they want to stay in. And they are saying that they will support us in the way we want. And we don't want any support. We want to be left alone. And that's what we're talking about. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, this is just like what the Bible says. The violence has to be taken by force. We have reached a point with these people where they will not let go easily. And they have seen the points we are reaching, so that whatever means we need our liberation totally from them. Right? So they have seen the sign, and it's time that the young people are determined to do whatever it is for we to free from their colonialism and whatever they bring towards us. So this is a clear evidence that all Africans, home and abroad, has to be on alert for whatsoever is coming. And as I made comments before in this platform, that what happens in Britain attacking Africans is not only going to stop there. It's going to be a worldwide thing that is ahead to come. Right. So these people, they are not joking. They are not joking, and we also should not be like being in a comfort zone that now they're just talking. We have reached the point where we should stand against them. Whatever, whether they have arms or ammunition, not all of us going to die. They're not going to leave us just like that. They're going to fight. And we also should be alert. This is no longer negotiation on table. This is no longer book and pen.
It's like, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is no longer a diplomatic thing. You know, so if you see they are coming out boldly, that means it has really touched them. Before they don't talk, they just stay in a very complacent way. But you see that they are looking there, even your program they are watching. They are in a different platform, listening to the plan of these people. What is the next level? What are they going to do? Are they going to revenge for their forefathers? Are they going to take things in hands for what their forefathers did to our ancestors? They are taking notes. So we also should be prepared for whatsoever is coming. We should not be afraid. We should not be afraid of anything they want to do. So,
wow. Okay. Very interesting. We should not be afraid. I like that word. And we should not, because we've not done anything. You know, we're just trying to stand up for Africa and make sure we get the benefit of our land. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Very, very interesting. I like that statement. I'll add one more person, and I'm afraid Populosh, I'll bring Populosh on, and then we will have to we'll be winding up. I need to go and do something. I'd love to stay, to be honest, but we'll come back and probably do a part 2 of this. Populosh, go ahead, because it's a very important topic. Go ahead, Populosh. What would you like to say, Populosh? Have you just joined us, or have you been following? Hello, Populosh.
Yes, I've been following, and I've been following.
Okay, good.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you again for having me back on this platform. I just wanted to chime in and say that these people, they have studied us, and probably they know us more than we know ourselves. For more than 400 years of studying us and knowing our culture and dividing us, giving us names, giving us religions, giving us nationalities. They really know who we are, and since we lost our history, most of African people don't know where our history started. They try to tell us our history started from slavery, which is funny, which is something funny to say, because we are the cradle of humanity, Africans. So we really need to go back and study them too, and study our own history, and we try and see where we came from. It's only through unity, it's only understanding that Africa has trauma. All black people everywhere in the world, they have trauma, and we need to heal, we need to educate ourselves. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll not take much of your time.
Thank you.
Because you're still coming back online.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
say something quickly.
Yes, Bantu Queen, go ahead. Thank you very much, Africa and Populous. Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to say to my family and friends, do not take any vaccine. I beg you,
Yes.
please.
Yes, so I beg you. Yes.
I'm going to reject. I'm going to stand against this one. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
And don't let them force it on the children.
No way.
If them say if the children don't take it, they cannot come to school. Teach your children at
Home.
Do not.
Good advice.
Do not take that vaccine. You know what them said?
Yeah.
Them said the mpox is more dangerous than the COVID. That means the vaccine that they're going to give us now going to be more wickeder than the COVID vaccine. So please, I beg you, reject.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all these diseases that are coming. Who gave the names? You know, how they know all these names? You know, like this mpox they are talking about. This is pure racist. It's called a monkeypox. You know, so it's a real racist comment. So refer it so we that all these.
But
diseases are coming from us. You know what I saw yesterday?
Yeah.
You know what I saw yesterday
Go
at
ahead.
the train station? I saw a bunch of African faces. They based there like a charity. They don't put Ukrainian faces there or Israeli faces there. They just put some negative pictures there. Like these people are in desperate need. They need help. Donate. You know. They just put our people faces there. You know, like. All this disrespect, they are bringing to us, and they are continue every day. And we cannot continue to live in this way, being disrespectful. How many years? Right?
Wow.
So it's really good that Africans are coming together, discuss this thing, and look and the way forward to stop all this. Not for us again, but for next generations to come. You know.
Yes.
People, we deserve our respect. We cannot be disrespectful all the time. You know?
Wow.
Africa is watching, but we cannot continue on this path. Let me just give you an example. If you take a black child's face and put it somewhere in Europe, advertising some charity, let us do the same in Africa. I think it will work. You understand? Just having all these meetings. I always say this. In any building project, any construction project, the laborers are more than the engineers. Because if we keep on discussing, there will be no work. I have always said this. Where intelligent people just sit down to talk, there is no work. So we need to do the work. As they play us dirty, we need to do them dirty. It's the same thing with the embassies. If they don't allow us in their country, we shouldn't allow them in Africa.
Wow.
We should give them the same restrictions they give us.
If they don't give us visa free, we shouldn't give them visa free. There's no need for the embassy to be existing there. Only for our people to go to the embassy and molest them there.
Wow.
All this kind of thing.
Wow.
It's enough.
Africa. I'm just going to conclude by saying this. We African people, we are doing great stuff. We are really so proud of ourselves. If you look on the line of what you have just said, that how to raise money, how to do that, we're really doing it. We have amazing people that have contributed towards the development by fundraising. And we have some village people that have done by themselves. So we are really doing it.
What I want to say is that
Gloria is this.
What
If you use an
Oh,
African
one at a time. One at a time. Go ahead. One at a time.
What I'm saying is, if you use an African's image to advertise any kind of illness or any kind of bad thing, I think we should do the same thing in Africa. You understand? We should put white people's faces on any kind of disease that's around the world.
Let me. Okay, I 1 second, everybody. Please, I want us to know something. The mpox or the monkeypox, it came from Denmark. Let us be very clear about that. This was something that was in a lab in Denmark, the State Institute of Medicine or lab or laboratory in 1958. They had a zoo. The monkeys came from Asia. Now they did something in the lab to turn some genes on or whatever it is, and that's how they got monkeypox. And that monkeypox they now put into somebody in 1976. So that is something we need to tell everybody. Number one. Number two, I agree with the idea of actually now saying no. in Africa, start actually making sure that they came from them. We can put they came from Denmark, and put that fact out there, because it's now when they're projecting this negative energy on us, and we've taken it for so long, we need to reject it. So I agree with African teacher. I agree with Africa as well watching Africa. I agree with Gloria that we can raise things in our own community as well. We can actually flip the script, because it's not fair that this is going on, and that it is very important that we deal with this head on. And Bantu Queen, yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying this one, okay? We are really doing stuff that we are really making people to understand that we are doing it on high for on high. If you refuse us, if you bring monkeypox, you know that we still have our own way to find a vaccine for that. If you bring Ebola, we know that we still have our own way of doing it. Our own people to charge for the medicine to do them by themselves. You stay with your vaccine because you knew that you were going to bring that virus to us. That's where you made the vaccine already. So we're going to work on our own stuff.
Exactly.
We don't need your vaccine.
Exactly.
That's one. But
yes. Go ahead.
do things come after us fighting for constitution? Because in the name of that constitution, give them more right to shine.
Exactly.
Wherever African finds something that is so important for African people, in the name of vaccine,
yes.
in the name of what?
Yes.
The constitution doesn't allow them to go on national TV. The constitution doesn't give them right. The constitution doesn't give them right to go and do to allow them to be that to be tested with those vaccines that they have found in Africa. We want the gender balance there. Not black people always carrying the testing for vaccine that they have found for something that we don't know. Let them come to Africa, we do our vaccine on them. If the vaccine works, well and good, we support it.
Can I just say something quick, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Gloria, well said.
Yes, okay.
Okay, go on.
If only our leaders are focusing on these people who are going as a fake tourists in Africa, so those villages, so those remote places, just to go and take pictures in those remote places, to come and put it in their media or in schools to show their children that this is how Africa is. What I suggest is, whenever they are gathered, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, let the councillor of that area know the reason of them being there. Because even in Europe, you can't just go to places just like that without police monitoring you or security monitoring you. But we give them total freedom. They go there, go to even society bushes to take pictures, do whatsoever they want to do, and they come and paste them here and show the people that this is the life these people are living, this is who they are.
Wow.
The positivity of Africa, they are not showing it. They are not taking those pictures and put it here. Yesterday, I was so shocked that I see multiple of. I just imagine.
Would you mind sending that to me? Can you take? Did you take pictures?
I can forward it to you.
Please forward it to me. Forward it. Inbox me. Can you do it on TikTok, or can you do it on WhatsApp?
I can do it on TikTok.
Okay, that's fine. Send it to me. Inbox me.
I can do it.
Okay, let me
just imagine whose family member faces are these. Some are doing. Some are just. Our councillor, our chief in those villages, they don't ask questions. Okay, what are you guys doing here? They just leave them to do whatever. Take pictures and video. Come and narrate this to their children here. Their people here. This is how Africa is, and all of this blah blah blah.
Wow.
So that's my suggestion for those chief.
Thank you.
Those councillor in their town. Let them check them, because even we here they check us. So they just can't go like they do whatever they want to degrade the continent, degrade the people.
Yeah.
And those people, they don't aware that they're coming to put their faces here in a
negative light.
In a negative way,
We
they
need
just
to.
think, this is a white man. Let me take picture with a white man.
Yeah.
Then they will convince them, hey, do like this. I remember one it was last year when it was in Sierra Leone. This white guy was telling the boy to climb the tree like a monkey. He said, climb the tree like a monkey, let me
My
video you.
gosh.
And unconsciously, that boy don't know anything. He did what the guy said. And this guy post this on YouTube.
And you think that was unkind?
Can you send me that?
He was asked to do something degrading like that. You think that was unconscious?
Let me just pop something quickly with what
Okay.
you just saying about it.
This is very interesting. Yeah.
And I have to bring in religion in this. I'm saying what I'm saying because I was on the continent.
Yeah.
And I was on the ground working with real people. What I learned, you see, because I'm sure this white Jesus picture, what I learned in the village and the community, when them see a Muzungu, a white tea come around, a white tea come around, because them have the color, a JC.
Exactly.
Them think that person is God. Yes.
Exactly.
So that is the trick. And that is what I see with my two eyes. So, sorry. We will come and doing something and they don't even look at us. And we look like them. But make a white tea come. And their JC come and them will do anything for that person. And that white tea person, use them. Because them have the color. A young man said to me, say, him never know, say JC wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
That man was about 30. He said all his life he think that person
Was yes.
the color.
Yes.
You know what he do when he got home? He took down all those pictures and ripped them and stopped his family from going to church.
You see?
That man was so hurt.
Let's see. You see? This is the weakening. Yeah.
Religion.
And two, I hear that the children are taught this in school.
Yes.
So
Oh, yes.
age, if you keep presenting them with this every day, by the time they get to be a teenager, they already see white tea
That's
as
correct.
some kind of savior.
That's correct. That's
So you
correct.
don't love yourself, but you love that. So I keep saying it in the comments, self-love and love your community.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are they not being taught about their own greatness, about their own history, about their own religion? Why are you in school teaching people to praise their enemy? Because they really are the enemy.
Yeah. I mean,
That is why we are here now doing what we are doing.
yeah.
We're the awakened ones.
Yes. Yes. Wow. I mean, this is, I mean, this topic now, Bantu Queen, you actually opened something that many of us are not aware of. And I'm so grateful for Africa's watching to actually talk about this. Please send me that video and send, and also make us, you know, I'd like to have it. I've got my number.
Send video to what, this platform. You can give me your WhatsApp number.
That's what I put up. That's what I've done. I've sent you my WhatsApp. If you look on the comment section, I put my WhatsApp number on there.
If I can pin it.
Yeah.
Every time I pin something,
Yeah.
it says
I
it's
know.
gonna let it stay up for a minute.
I know,
It
that's-
takes it down in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and anyway. If it doesn't work, I will give you inboxing me your number. I'll inbox your number, my number to you on the message box after the broadcast. So so this is really important. You see, these are why we're doing shows like this, because there are a lot of information that has been silently, covertly put in us that makes us turn against ourselves, and that is why programs like this are so important.
That's why I used to say, like, nowadays, like African people, when you get a baby, when you get a newborn baby, don't give them that white telebia. Don't give them that white baby they used to place their ear.
Say whitey. Say whitey.
Or the black one.
Say whitey. Say whitey. Say whitey. Whitey.
They don't do anything to people for saying that, but they will to you and me.
Yeah.
They will shut this live down.
Yeah.
YT.
Say whitey, my brother, because they would bring.
Okay. So, like, when he gets a girl child, or that, you know, in Africa, you know, those whitey stuff they used to give to place their hair, you know, that's one.
Yes.
Because when you give that one to them, they go to love that one. They go to like it. So till that thing, it's stuck in their mind that this one is the best. This one is It's what is precious. This is more beautiful than my own, right? So, like, as recently I saw Beyonce with her son, her daughter. She gave her the brown one.
Yes. Yes.
Not the white one.
Yes, exactly.
So that is just an example that these people, they know exactly what they are doing. They are also in the battle in a different way.
Yes. Yes.
So we are all in this together. Which this is something we should be passing also. Let her aware that when you get back to your child, buy a telebia or that is look like
them.
Look like them.
Yeah,
So
it's
they
wow.
to cherish their color.
Story.
Yeah.
You know, they did a psychological study about that with
Yes.
the little children.
Yes.
And they presented the little girls,
Yes.
black girls, with a choice of a white doll or a black doll. And they always went to what they have been indoctrinated with, which is the white doll. I, on the other hand, as a little girl, when my parents took me to the toy store, I gravitated towards the dolls that looked like me.
Exactly.
And I wanted that doll that looked like me. So apparently the indoctrination wasn't completely effective. But yeah, they do that on purpose.
No,
I'm
it's
about to go.
yes. Yes.
Just wrapping up by
Yes.
saying that I always stand here and say, let's tell our people not to sell their land. Let's
Please.
tell our people to preserve food in our local ways.
Yes.
Let's tell our people not to sell food stuff in the house to this World Food Program.
No.
Let's stop it.
Yes.
Let's keep it. Let's be us. Let's be wherever we are.
Ashe.
We will never lack anything
Ashe.
because we are blessed.
Ashe.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye. Thanks, Gloria. Thank you. So, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, okay. I'll be back later on. Thank you so much. Thank you to you all. Okay, People United, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
People United, thank you very much, African and teacher too. People United, go ahead. We're going to be wrapping up in a minute. Go ahead.
It's very difficult to get unification when when money is the objective for most people nowadays, isn't it? This sort of illusion of grandeur that money is going to solve problems.
I don't think
so,
on the African continent. From the experience that we have now, money is not. We realize that what we have is more than money. We know that we have the resources more than any money. So that is what the focus is now. At least from what I've been talking about with the groups. Because I'm not on that. Money is an illusion.
From that perspective.
Yeah.
Yes, it needs to be that perspective because it's used to control. If some family in Africa is not going to get by and they have their land or their house, then that rich person is going to come along and say, "I'm going to buy your land and make all your dreams come true." When in reality, all you're doing is giving them more and more and more and more to the elite. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So everybody to everybody watching, I want to thank you all so very much. And before I go, I'm gonna play off with our song. How long una go dey suffer? It's a song I have on iTunes and on Spotify. And also, please, before I go, the ladies, please help us. I've got a broadcast, a GoFundMe, the Renaissance, how to get back our girls and boys who have been enslaved in Arab countries. So I've pinned it on several places. You can please go ahead and donate on there. Help us reach more people with the broadcast. And also, please follow Citizen AY and like my videos. Like the videos and watch it and share the videos as well. And leave comments. Thank you for the gifts and things you've been giving. We really appreciate it. I'll be back again later on to give further updates. We might do a second part of this video because I believe that the message in it is very important and we want to make sure it reaches as many people as possible. Thank you very much. Knowledge is power. Let me go ahead and play this now and we'll come back later on. Linda, thank you so much. People United, thank you. Africa is watching. Thank you, and everybody else watching on the live. Please continue to gift. We are over 10,000 likes. Thank you so much. So let me do this. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Here we go. Now. Here we go.
Newa. My people, oh, I throw it a look. Hey, hey. Make it hear. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we dey oh. Now so my people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp oh. The time done knock where we suppose stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time done knock where we suppose stand up oh. For our rights oh. For self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man can't tell you now say una get constitution. No be lie. Now lie, yo. Na fake, na fraud, oh. That yeah constitution. Now him then they claim close to na eye, yo. Make una wake up, make una wake up, oh. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination oh, na your right oh. Confirm. My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination na your right oh. Confirm. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you dey oh. Atiku, Emilokan, or Peter Obi no be the solution. Na the solution, na it be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Time down knock, bagang bagang. Be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right you. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. La 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 oh.
Thank you all so much. Please, you can download the tunes on iTunes and Spotify and share with family and friends. We must continue to stand up for Africa and hold our governors to account. We are sovereign, we have sovereignty, we have authority, we have power. We must use those powers. Thank you very much, People United. Thank you. And every one of us, we must support good governance. Good governance is provided by Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goita of Mali, and General Chiani of Niger. Thank you also very much. I'll be back later on. Bye and bye for now. I'll be back later on. Watch out for the second half part, likely. Most likely. I'll talk later on. Bye for now. Bye. Bye. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Thanks so much. Okay. Oh, don't let it go. Okay. So I want to thank everybody, those of you watching now. Thank you. I'm just saying thank you to everybody. I'm trying to leave comments. Please do share this broadcast. I'll back later on. We're going to probably do a second part of this. Maybe it might not today, but we'll probably bring the subject up again and do it because it's very important to wake our people up. Yeah, just before we go, to remind you, the reason is because we have to make sure that those who want to keep us enslaved, we have to free ourselves. We cannot allow this to happen. They're trying to keep us enslaved, and we need to break free from it. It's as simple as that. And we shouldn't be begging for what is ours. We are sovereigns, we have authority, we have power on our land. We must begin to use it. Thank you very much. You've been listening to Season Air, the platform where we speak to the power balance.